Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Horsemen of the Apocalypse. We are Twitch affiliates and proudly sponsored by VentureSense. Click the link below, check out their amazing products, and while spending time with us in the chat, obey all the rules and listen to your moderators. While watching our stream, you are earning 2 currencies. HotA points are linked to the minigames in the chat, and you can use them to buy extra raffle tickets when we give away free merchandise. Loyalty points are used for interacting with our show. You can buy inspiration points or health potions for the Dungeon Master or for your favorite player. There are several Twitch commands that you will need to be familiar with in our chat. Refer to the panel below if you forget them, or ask a moderator for help. These commands are how you play our mini-games, enter the giveaways, or request songs for the channel playlist. If you enjoy our content, clicking the follow button will notify you when our channel goes live. Join the HotA family by becoming a subscriber, and you get several benefits. A custom icon, unique emote, increased chances of winning in all mini-games, access to a private chat room, and free song requests. The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
I'm in like a strippery kind of mood today. What is...
Please
All
tell
right.
me that was the start of it.
And we are live. Welcome everybody to HotA, Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I am your humble Dungeon Master for the night, DM Steelax, and again we are surrounded by 4 players. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell us who you're playing.
Hey everybody, this is Kyle coming live from the East Coast, York, Pennsylvania. But for the most part, everyone knows me as everyone's favorite Halfling Bard, Fiddly Shenanigan here. We got some stuff coming up this evening here that might change the course for one young man's life.
From henceforth,
change is a strong word. It's more like end.
I'm gonna shoot
Which
at
is
this.
change.
That's it. I'm done.
Okay. I didn't want to interrupt you. All right, but yeah. Hi, everybody. AJ here. I'm in the sunny California, West Coast, so enjoying that kind of side of the U.S. But yeah, and I play Bryn, the High Elf Wizard, in the party. And though I'm not as funny as Finley, I'll try to one-up him this time if I can. I'll try. I'll see if I can do it.
Okay, welcome.
All right. I am Dylan. I will be playing everyone's favorite child, executing psychopath, Curse Glass. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Could possibly go wrong.
Not for the child, but...
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
And I am Connor, and I'm playing Urgra, the half-orc ranger.
Ta-da!
Oh,
There he is.
Take a bow. I'm trying to adjust some settings here real fast, see if I can get the lag down. All right, and you guys want to go over some announcements real fast?
Yeah, I'm first, right?
Yep.
sure.
All right, cool. Age before beauty. Got it. All right, so tomorrow we will be doing the 24-hour live stream challenge starting at, I believe, 10 o'clock Pacific time, right? Or posters or somewhere out there in the States. It's gonna be pretty fun. We're gonna have some D&D talks, some D&D discussions. We're gonna play some games, some video games. We'll play some board games. There's bomb games. We got all kinds of shit going on. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure something pretty cool that we're gonna do is during this 24-hour live stream, anyone who donates to the stream, we're gonna be the proceeds will go to Game Changers, right?
Yep, charity. Yep.
I believe, Dylan, you said it was for kids who with video games, right?
Yeah, so Game Changers Charity, they're a pretty popular charity stream on Twitch. They do a lot of like work. So essentially what they do is they take proceeds and they go to like children's hospitals and let the kids who are there play video games essentially. Like they'll bring them PlayStations or Xboxes and let them play with VR. So they're a really cool little organization that does a lot of work both on Twitch and for children's hospitals and stuff like that.
All right.
So pretty exciting, pretty cool. And I know we're all going to try to get in the mix here. I'm pretty sure Sean's going to be like crazy, man. Are you going the whole time?
The whole time. Yep.
You're nuts. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. I myself am going to try and get in here on the Eastern clock, probably like 9:30, and just go till whenever I just pass out. But Sean's going to Terminator through the whole thing, and the rest of our players will mix and mingle along with some other guests too. So
lots of coffee and Rockstar. It's going to be my diet for the day. Okay.
So that's it for me.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So for some more of the people who aren't aware, we have another D&D campaign that is going on Sundays at 6:30 PST time, and it is with me DMing and a host of 3 other players. We will be going into the world of Valoran. I have yet to come up with a title. We might just go with Valoran. We'll figure that out. But yeah, so come and join us. And of course, anytime you come in, you'll be able to accrue. Can go back towards this campaign as well as the rewards that come from this day and night. So yeah, so check it out, and I hope to see you there.
Okay. Wow, it is lagging really, really bad. Sorry about that, guys, but we're just gonna keep playing through, and hopefully it'll smooth out. Okay.
Jesus.
I was wondering if that was me or not, but okay.
So, Jesus, yeah, HotA points and loyalty points. You get them both from watching. HotA points lets you participate in the games. Loyalty points let you buy us stuff. Like you could buy me health potions, you could buy me inspiration points, you can buy me all sorts of stuff. And you should only buy them from me. I need them. No, but you can do a lot of stuff with them. And we will be giving them away periodically throughout the stream.
Yep. Okay.
And so at least if you scroll down on our Twitch page, you can also find our merch store. In the merch store, we got posters, we got wall stickers, we got apparel, we got coffee mugs. So if you feel so inclined and want to show some HotA love, please see if anything catches your fancy.
Perfect. All right, so let's get the recap from last week, and we'll jump into tonight's game. Should be a lot of fun tonight.
Ooh.
So last week was episode 7. We are in the capital city of Candoria, and we had been approached by an elderly woman, an entrepreneur of the honey business, a Miss Honey. Not quite sure if she has a husband or not. And we found out that apparently her source of honey, a group of caves that was manned by some Furbees, which are some cute little Furbee bee-type creatures, had apparently been, their caves had been overtaken by, what were they, terror wasps?
Terror Hornets.
Air Hornets, not even
Terra Hornets, yeah.
Terra Hornets, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And so it was a huge infestation, and we decided to take on the job because, of course, we are amazing adventurers. And we ventured into the cave and just took out one hive after another until we came to the final battle with a giant-ass queen bee. She landed a big hit on our fighter, almost killed him in one hit. He's a level 20 fighter with over 200 HP, so that was illuminating.
Hurt a lot.
Luckily, our guard was able to throw together a meteor swarm at the last minute and take care of all of us, including knocking our fighter out, but he was okay in the end.
Okay.
It got better.
We rejoined Miss Honey, and we currently own 14% of her gross products, so you know, money doesn't hurt.
Certainly doesn't.
Okay. Awesome. So you teleported yourselves and the giant bee body back. Andrew rolled for it and appeared right in front of Miss Honey's hive building, and that's where we left off. So that's where we are going to be kicking up. Glad to see you can make it back. Is it Adram? We were talking earlier. Glad you made it with us tonight. Welcome. All right. So your bodies materialize from nothing, and before you is the honey hut, and the massive bee body is right behind you guys, and half of it is kind of hanging over into the river. What do you guys want to do?
Oh. Oops.
Is it falling into the fucking stream there? Or?
Like, yeah, like the upper half. So she kind of got split in half, so it's not the whole body, but the upper half is kind of, because it's right behind you guys, her honey head is right on the edge of the water. So part of it's dipped into the river. It doesn't look like it's getting pulled away yet, but what do you guys want to do?
Fucking drag the body out.
Okay.
Right.
You do that, Kurtz. That's all you.
Okay.
I'll fucking drag the body out of the river.
All right, let's get a strength check from you, but let me turn on the rolls capture. Okay, go ahead.
Athletics.
Sure.
Pull!
Oh, heave ho! All right, so you are pulling on the body, and you are able to get it just far enough out to where the current is no longer pulling on her body. So it is. Let's see, what time was it when you guys left? So it's definitely getting later in the evening. It's almost nighttime now. So the lanterns are all lit all around the capital, and there are people hustling, bustling, and you're starting to draw a lot of attention. A lot of people are looking as this mutilated, half-torn, giant Terra Hornet Queen body is just, materialized. So a lot of people are starting to onlook to you guys like, what is that? Oh, let's, and they're whispering and pointing, and some gasps.
Finley, why don't you, calm them down and explain exactly...
Right. Everyone, run for your lives!
That's a riot. That's a panic. We don't want to panic.
I'm gonna run as I'm saying it, like trip and fall, and be like, shit, and like try to get up real quick.
Okay, so as you start saying that, people are starting to what? Oh my god! And they're like, they said to run, everybody run! So you just start to see people starting to panic all around you.
And then as I trip and fall, I'm gonna tumble into and stand back up like, I'm just fucking. It's all right. Calm down, everyone. It's dead, and I'll walk over and I'll kick it in the face.
So it takes a few moments of you repeating that over and over for everybody to realize that it was a joke, but nobody found it funny. Nobody found it funny.
Hilarious.
I kind of poke at the steel healing gaping scar in my side. Like, yeah.
So the stinger was transformed back, right? So you guys have it whole with you?
Well, yes.
Okay.
And truth be told here, lads and lass, this actually brings up a very good point. If we really need to work on some sort of like team name or something, because I could be like, it's all right, fill in the blank, save the day, it's fine, but we have no fill in the blank. So I'm gonna put that out there, maybe put a pin in that kind of conversation. But it wouldn't be a lot easier. Like, I have the name White Fang. That's pretty badass if I don't say so myself. But I think maybe like a conjoining team name might be able to help. Maybe help people identify us a little bit easier, so I don't just freak everyone out all the time.
All right, yeah, that's a good point. Let's throw it to the chat. If you guys have any ideas of what they could call their adventuring party, let us know, and if they like any of them, they can vote on it and go with that. It's a great idea. Okay.
Should we tell Miss Honey here that the deed has been done and our 14% GDP, gross domestic product, or whatever, or what do you call stakes in a company? Stocks, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But should we let her know the deed's been done and save for operations again?
Yeah, she owes us money.
Yeah, let's leave the body outside for the moment. Let's just give it a polite little knock, and I walk over and just go, Miss Honey, hello, Miss Honey.
And you will hear, the door's open.
I'll open the door. I need you to come outside. We can't fit it in.
Fit what in, my dear?
Can you just amuse me? It's the monster that was. Just come outside. Just come outside.
All right. Yes, just 1 minute, and you'll hear some clamoring and some pots and pans banging, and Tomlin, get out of the way! Oh, you hear something, and oh dear, it's everywhere! And you'll see her kind of step out, and she's covered in a bunch of honey. Oh no! What is it, darling?
Oh, you're a mess. Oh, please, 1 second. Hold on. Just stay still. Let me get that. And I use prestidigitation to go around her dress to get rid of that honey.
Okay, so it all gets magically whirled off her, and she looks around, and that is fantastic, darling. Thank you.
Oh, that's no problem.
Yeah, there is a little bit inside. If you can tend to that too, and she'll just start to saunter forward and come, Tomlin, come, and you'll see you'll see Tomlin kind of skipping by, and the part of his body's got some honey on it too. It's, dear, be a dear, and clean him off as well. And what is it Miss Honey can do for you?
In I go.
Also be leaning up against the body, like
like a boss.
Are both of you leaning up against it? Because you literally did that at the same time. Are you both leaning up against it?
Yeah, just opposite sides of the head.
Just like.
And you'll see like her coming out. What do you guys want? Oh, and she'll like jaw will drop, and just like the words she's saying will just keep drawing out. Whoa. Oh my goodness! What is that?
Right, calm your britches there, lass. All right, Miss Honey. I present to you the essence of all your problems, handled, of course, by yours truly. I'll look around the group. Right. All right. So already in 5 minutes, I don't have a name here. Which again, I could be like, such and such saved the day. Don't have an. All right. This isn't good. We need paperwork and such things, like But anyway, we did the thing, and I'll just point at Ergra and Kurtz leaning on this fucking giant terror death thinger.
Okay.
You could have warned us how fucking big it was.
I've never seen one this big before. They're all, just slightly bigger than the Furbies. What is this monster? And how did you defeat it?
They're bigger than that too.
Were you saying something, Ergra?
Well, it was a team effort, and it certainly took a lot of work. And eventually we had to pull all of our resources, but eventually, as you can see, this thing is dead. And we were able to clear out all of the caves.
Oh, well, that is great news. I can, I'll definitely make sure my Furbee, my Furbies are okay. Can you get rid of this monstrosity? Did you drag it through town? We're gonna scare everyone. We don't want a bad reputation for Miss Honey's business.
If anything, Miss Honey, if you have to understand something, we being partnered here with us, you're not just like a honey connoisseur anymore or exploits. You have a little bit of a business here. We could almost use this as a mini base of operations here for when people really need to take care of brass taxes. They know to come here to get shit done. And no, we're and we didn't even talk about that. I'm gonna turn everyone. Should we maybe take this thing to Ivan or something? He'd probably really get a dag out of this thing. I mean, this is like, you want to talk about mounting something on the wall here. This is like a full wall thing.
Yeah, I thought that was the plan.
Yeah, I thought we talked about just the stinger there, but I mean, now we got like.
Yeah, we have the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm calling dibs on the stinger.
Ooh, do you have plans for it there, Ergra?
I'm thinking possibly some arrows.
Okay.
I'm still stuck inside the building.
Yeah, where did you
yes,
go?
cleaning like a good little manservant. Know your place, wizard.
Well, at the end of the day here, Miss Honey, your Furbies are clear to get back to work. In fact, no time like the... Do they work all hours, or do you have them like in shifts? Do they do clock in and clock out? Do they have you?
They're wild animals, darling. They just work as, part of their hive, and you can't rush quality products and these fine creatures such as Tomlin. Say hello, Tomlin. You'll see his big eyes just kind of blinking at you guys.
All right, first of all, yes, you're adorable. I get it. All right, but what I'm saying is, like, I've always heard...
Come inside, darling. Come inside. Let's go back inside.
I'll walk in. Like busy as a bee or worker bees. I don't know, like, do they even sleep? Like, we've lost time, Miss Honey. We've lost valuable time on honey production. Now that you have a little bit more, heads in the game here, we gotta get back to business here. So wake their asses up. All right, they've had enough vacation time.
So they were in hiding in the other side of the cave, and I'm sure as they see that the terror hornets are no longer threatening their lives, they will get back to producing the honey. But the honey stores that they had, they were reserving for their young as like a defensive, thing. But they should be starting to create surplus just naturally. But I will definitely go and check on them in the morning. As you can see, it is getting quite late outside, and Miss Honey is nearing her bedtime.
Fair enough. Rin, what the fuck are you doing in there?
Am I done? Am I done cleaning?
Yeah, so you guys enter the hive as you see, Rin is, Cinderella-ing, cleaning up everything, but he's doing it magically.
Cinderella.
Yeah, the whole mess. So she had this pot that she was cooking up on the stove that it wasn't very hot yet, but she had dumped it and it kind of poured everywhere. Got all over herself before, but yeah, all the honey is cleaned up, and you can see a tall, bald man with long braided beards and glowing blue eyes standing there, and he's got these leather robes. You guys may have seen him before, and you can see that he has this kind of a lemur monkey on his shoulder, and he will turn to you guys and say, well, hello there. And he looks like...
The lemur spoke?
No, the man did.
Isn't...
And he looks like this.
Yeah, out of character, isn't this the wizard we were looking for? Who built the simulation?
He was at the simulation.
He was at the simulation, yes.
But he is not the architect, right? He's not the...
He's not the scholar.
Well, the architect design is obviously our little gnome friend.
Yeah, Puck helped build it. The guy who was kind of the mastermind behind it was Bartholomew.
That's his name.
Grandmaster Siphon was there. So you guys have run into him before, but you actually haven't had a full engagement with him. So you'll see the lemur hop off of his shoulder and will start to wrestle and play with Tomlin. So you see like this little monkey and this owl fur bee creature. They're all kind of playing on the ground and knocking into things and knocking them over. And you'll see Miss Honey and Siphon will just both kind of laugh together, and just you can tell that their familiar's relationship is very playful, very fun, and that they both get a lot of enjoyment out of watching them wrestle around and play together.
1 silver on the monkey.
So you'll see Siphon kind of take a seat, and he's a very tall man, and most of his height comes from his torso. His legs aren't like abnormally short, but he's just very, very tall torsoed man. So sitting down, he still has a very tall presence, and you'll
swimmer's body.
Right, and he's got these tattoo ink markings all over his arms, and they all kind of glow a faint blue magical glowing to it, and he kind of crosses his arms and he will say, now, Miss Honey, you are going to have me try this new batch that you made. And she will, oh, yes, I'm sorry, Siphon. And she'll come over there, and I spilled most of it, but there might be a little bit left in the pot. And she'll kind of look in there, oh, yes, there is. And she'll kind of ladle some in a cup and pour it for him. There you go, my friend. And he'll take a big swig of it and kind of, swish it around his mouth and gargle it. Oh, wow, you've outdone yourself, Miss Honey. This is fantastic. And oh, have you guys met Siphon yet? I'm sorry I forgot formalities.
Quick question: how old is Mr. Siphon there?
Can you?
I haven't seen the picture.
You haven't seen the picture of him? All right, let me.
It's on the Twitch stream.
Oh yeah. I
but
totally
not
know
in
what
Roll20.
like. I'm just my curiosity is.
He's old.
Like how old? Older than Rin? Doubtful, right?
No, he's human.
Okay, so Rin knows him when he was a baby boy, then.
Right.
Okay, so this.
Okay, yeah, so you would know him. Give me a history check real quick, and you can inquire about anything particular that you as a player want to ask. Okay, 20. Okay, what do you want to know if you remember about this man?
Well, how he became the Grandmaster, I suppose, because I would have known his predecessor.
Yes, let me pull it up real quick. Okay, so he is the Grandmaster of the Aberration sect of the Wizard School, and you know that his number 2 is Master Carnage. I'm sorry,
who?
Master Carnage.
All right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They're all on our team, right?
yeah, they're definitely on your team. So Grandmaster Siphon, you would know, is one of those mentors that everybody looks up to. He's well renowned in the school, and is very, very powerful. And the extent of his powers you haven't actually seen, so you don't know if he's more powerful than you or not, but he's definitely anyone who is a wizard definitely admires this man, if nothing else.
Is he kindly? Do I know if his personality-wise, if he's been a good boy ever since he was little up to his old age?
He's kind of one of those prodigy kind of guys who, like very quick learn and rose up fast, and then kind of plateaued. But then he really focused on the craft behind magic and, learning the ins and outs of it. He's very, very thorough about anything aberration, how it works, and he did that on purpose because he knew he wanted to become the Grand Master eventually. So instead of, like, trying to get somewhere before he deserved it, he spent the time making sure he knew the ins and outs of all the finer details, to where when he was finally able to maybe go for a higher position, he was ready for it. So because of that, he has a lot of respect of other wizards who are, powerful wizards, because he knows the intricacies and the ins and outs, and he knows how to teach the basics very, very well.
Yes. But yes, I do know Grandmaster.
Siphon.
Was it?
Siphon. Siphon. Yep.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
And let's see. Do you think he would remember your name based off how much time you spent?
Possibly. I mean, he might know that I'm the elf if he doesn't know my name.
Okay. Yeah, so, okay, we'll go with that. So he'll be like, oh, you must be the rumored elf wizard I heard about. What was your name again?
It's Rin.
Rin. Well,
and Oran, yes.
Grandmaster Siphon.
House and Oran, yes.
Okay. Yes, I've heard things about you. I would love to talk to you sometime about your, how have you become a powerful wizard and everything now? I don't.
I mean, he's pretty. Yeah, no, right. He's pretty good. Yeah, right.
Pretty good.
Good, right. He's okay.
I saw you in the when you guys fought the dragon. Yes, on the training simulation. You guys did very, very well.
Yes, I'm sure you were able to see some of my skills there, at least. Yes,
Yeah, I did see some. Yeah, you were very, very impressive. I would love to look. I look forward to seeing more of your, abilities in action. And Miss Honey has been talking you guys up ever since I got here earlier. She's been saying that you guys are getting into the business with her, and I've heard other good stories from Ivan and other people that you guys have been doing some great works around the city. I must applaud the impression you guys have been making. It's been very impressive.
I did not expect such a war.
Three times now. We hold on a second, Grandmaster Flash or Flex or whatever. Listen,
Siphon.
Like, everyone, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, like he's talking about like us. But like, imagine if we had like a killer name. He'd be like, "Oh, I've heard of you fucking guys." Like that. We're not gonna use that. I'm just saying, like.
You fucking guys.
Like kind of like pacing now. Like I'm really starting to think. Like.
Yes, Finley. We'll think about that for the moment. But I'm surprised that Grandmaster's so warm to our behaviors. I thought he'd be a little bit more concerned.
Do I know him from like the Civil War or anything like that?
He may have been out and about, and like may have seen him in passing when the Horsemen come. Kind of, it was. Whoever was available would come out and help deal with it. So you may, through a Horseman encounter or something like that. Grandmasters in general, you guys would kind of know, are more of a, like, in their towers doing Grandmastery things. They don't always come down and meddle.
Been, like, on the field with us when we were like charging the front or anything like that.
Maybe not. Yeah, so the Grandmasters may have, being powerful wizards, they would be out there helping. But a lot of the stuff is going to be overseeing the battle tactics and making sure the other, because the Revenant are kind of militaristic and they have a rank structure and everything. So they're kind of, the top echelon. So they don't necessarily be on the front lines. They, they can if needed. They are very powerful, people, but they more oversee the brains of, you know, the whole battle tactics and everything. So Miss Honey will be like, "Oh, and the rest of your payment, come here. I have that chest somewhere." And she will dig through underneath the cabinets, and she'll pull out the silver box, and she will reveal, as soon as I can find it here.
Was it like 50 something gold?
Oh, it's a magic item.
No, the magic item.
Yeah, the magic item, the little shell thing.
Okay, where'd it go? Here it is. All right. So, who is going to be the recipient? Like, who's like going to take it for?
He steps forward and puts his hand out. I will take that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Goodbye.
All right. Show the players. All right.
Yes.
So you open the open it, and you can see this small. It's about an inch in diameter for the emblem part, but the rest of it looks like it's either white gold or silver. It's very shiny, white colored metal, and it's nestled in this little cloth that's inside the box. What would you like to do with it?
I will quickly close it so that the Grandmaster can't see it, and I'll just go into the bag of holding it.
Okay. Okay. So you
I shall
now
not share this with him. But yes.
So you did know it was called a Nautilus necklace, but other than that, you have not revealed anything about it. Just say, you know, take care of it. It is a very, very expensive relic. Don't know much about it, but I'm sure you capable adventurers can figure out how to put it to good use. And you will hear a loud clamor as something that was holding up like a coat rack, you know, like all these coats come falling over because Tomlin and the lemur were just wrestling around. They smashed it over, and Siphon will, in a very loud command, just "Jojo, down!" And you'll see the monkey just kind of sit.
The monkey won. You all owe me a silver.
Well, no. Is that your familiar, Master?
Yes, it's my lemur named Jojo, and he'll do like a stern one tap, making eye contact with the monkey, and he'll kind of scurry up his leg up his arm, and I'll sit on the shoulder, and you can tell just by the demeanor of Siphon and Jojo that he like obeys without question.
Yes, it's very nice. Yes, monkey, interesting choice. Well, perhaps we should be getting this stinger to Ivan, shouldn't we, Kurtz? I think we should. It was nice to meet you, Grandmaster, as I try to put my arms around the campaign. Let's leave. Go.
Okay. Kurtz, Urgra, and Finley, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck.
Wow.
Okay.
Y'all had to recommend that shit to him last session, didn't you?
And I will turn on...
Not good enough for a Grandmaster.
Alright,
I think
so we
you guys
got...
are pretty good. I don't know about Finland, though.
Okay, Urgra...
Finland, no!
Finley!
Finley, no!
Urgra's a 15, Kurtz is a 25, and Finley is a 4.
I'm still very concentrating on a fucking day. I'm still pacing and shit. Like,
Okay. Urgra and Finley, you start to feel something very wrong in your body. And all of your nerve endings of your entire body start to burn.
is it on my genitals?
It's everywhere. Every nerve ending
Oh,
in your
God.
whole body, everywhere, you start to feel burning, and it's slowly starting to course through the rest of your body. What do you want to do?
So you'll see me pacing, and all of a sudden, as my nerve endings start to catch on fire for some reason. What's wrong with me? I'm just gonna stop, drop, and roll. I'm just gonna stop, drop, and roll on the floor.
Okay.
What the hell? I didn't touch you. I just barely moved.
I immediately turn around and I cast my Slayer's Prey on the Grandmaster.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
okay.
It doesn't do anything unless I have it do.
Yeah, okay.
Advantage.
Okay, that's fair. And as you're flailing around on the ground, Finley, Miss Honey just like starts to shriek, "Oh, dude, what is going on? What is wrong with you?"
I don't know. I'm still rolling.
Medicine check.
Okay. 15. I don't think you would actually realize what's going on. obviously you see Finley flailing around, but you don't know why. But you do get the like something medically is wrong, but you don't know what.
Yeah, I will. Have I seen the master react whatever to Finley?
Yeah, he's startled, like, just as much as everyone else in the room. No more, no less. It's still like, what the heck's going on?
Fucking help me! I'm fucking dying!
Just stay still, Finley. Stay
I
still.
don't, I can't stay still, I'm on fire! I'm on fire! I can't stay fire!
And just through gritted teeth, Urgra's gonna say, Master, it appears that both me and the halfling are burning without burning. Do you know what is going on?
Okay.
You're burning?
Alright, give me one more. You two, who failed before, give me one more con saving throw.
Okay.
Do I get any benefit from the Slayer's Spray? Do I
No.
have the right target? Damn it.
Nope.
That's a shame.
You know what we know where it's from, and you know that you know it's not him.
Yeah.
Alright, so both of you failed once again, so your bodies...
What?
You lose complete motor control. And your bodies are completely paralyzed, and your bodies collapse onto the ground. You've lost all simple motor skills. You're still completely conscious. So, from the exterior people observing you, you just seem to kind of have passed out, but your eyes are open. But you, yourselves, are coursing with pain, just burning sensation over your entire body. But you can't scream, you can't move, you can't scratch, you can't do anything. So you're just kind of in this conscious comatose.
We should get them to the temple.
Yeah, I just hoist them both on my shoulders because I can carry 750 pounds.
Well, you know, Urgra is already 500, so I mean, Finley, we get...
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to last for 3 minutes for Finley, and it's going to last 8 minutes for Urgra, but after that time elapses, so you guys can do whatever you want, but after that amount of time has lapsed, you're going to, like, be able to regain your motor skills, and the searing, painful, nerve-ending burn is going to very quickly subside, but before it does, you're going to become, like, reconscious, be able to move, and it still hurts, but it'll very quickly subside.
Okay. Sounds great.
Real quickly, I had just okay. Go. Sorry, Grandmaster, Mrs. Honeybee, we gotta go.
Yeah, I just throw them both over one shoulder and begin like sprinting. Shit, should we go to the temple or should we go to that librarian dude? He seemed magically fucking inclined.
No, go to a temple. Go to a place that can heal. Move on your
Okay.
way.
And as you're very quickly making your exit, Miss Honey will say, "Don't forget about the gossip we talked about."
Oh, damn it!
Take care of your friends, dear. I will be here.
I'll yell to Ringlet. You stay here. I'll deal with this.
I don't know. I'm coming with you, and I just quickly pop Orion into existence, my familiar, and I put him on my arm and I go find Near. Tell him to talk to Miss Honey. Quickly, go.
Okay.
We'll let her off, and I'll say, look for my clone. Look for me. Look for someone who's named Near who looks like me. Off we go.
Okay. All right. So your Orion will fly off, and he knows. I think he left Near at the mansion, right?
Yeah, which when he does eventually discover Near, will just probably be sitting on the street because the mansion would have gone away by now.
Oh, okay. Just sitting where the mansion was supposed to be? Yeah. All right, and we'll come back to that. Okay, so you guys are rushing off towards the temple.
Yep, just up.
Okay.
Are you okay with carrying them? They are quite a pair. Do you need help? I can give you a servant.
Actually, I'll just pull out my disc and throw Finley on that, and then just carry Urgra.
Okay. Okay,
right,
that works.
That works. Yes. Yep. Disc. Okay. On we go.
Okay, so you guys,
Be on a serving platter.
you make haste towards the temple, and you can see that there is a group of guards who have Timmy in some chains. There's a very large contingent, group of.
What fucking time is it?
And they are walking off towards what you'd assume would be the execution area. It's getting close to that time. It's not quite that time, but
Shit.
You would assume, though, that it's not too irregular because there's going to be setup and, you know, people are going to practice their lines and everything, you know, like that. So so they're starting to take him off so you can see him in the distance, but they're going off in the opposite direction of that you guys are, you know, running towards the temple.
Oh, deal with that in a second. Go, they're in pain. They're frozen. They're petrified.
Yeah, I'll just keep running. I'll have to deal with that later.
Okay, so you guys get inside
the second happened to him, he dies.
Right? No, it's still there's still some time until, you know, till midnight. So, so you guys rush inside the temple, and there's priestesses and, you know, some clerics and stuff like that all gathered around. And what do you guys want to do?
I just want to kick open the door, and as soon as it opens, just scream, "Medics!"
Okay, and with something short and something like that is going to call attention to anybody who would be considered any kind of medical cleric. So they're all going to rush, you know, like EMT, you know, like what, you know, assessing the wound, like what's going on, like what can we do? There's many people around, like surrounded, ready to help.
They just were paralyzed. They were burning, and now they're paralyzed.
Burning, and they're all gathered around. And at this time, Finley, you're going to come to, because you were the quicker one, right?
Yeah.
I'm always quick, no matter what.
2 pump jump. So yeah, by this time, yours would have wore off, and so you're going to regain motor control and ability to speak, but your nerves are all on fire.
Could we hear them, Erga and I, as we were going?
Yep, you were completely conscious.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right. I'll come to. And is it like a sudden thing or just a gradual coming out of this thing?
It's like in a moment you are able now to, like, the paralysis is gone, but the nerve burn is still there at the, you know, at 100%, but it's going to very quickly diminish at that point.
Okay.
Like, so your body's natural antibodies have, you know,
floating on a fucking disc, just like hanging out here, and all of a sudden, I check my pants down. All right, that's still good.
I think he's seizing, so I'm just gonna wedge some leather down his throat so it doesn't manifest.
No, Kurtz, he can't breathe. Put it out.
Kurtz,
he can breathe. He can breathe. I've done this before.
Lift it out.
So,
like gases, like, it's just like, no, come on, let me go.
So Finley, you have realized what it was from, and where you were stung by the bees. That's where, like, the pain started originating from, and it spread from that location. So it makes sense to you instantly that that's what it was from. It's the venom from the bees.
Boy, right.
You were right, didn't
No, fine. That's just whew, that was not fun at all. Was that all just? And I'll kind of like look down at like one of the places I was stung, and like, is it like kind of like different colorations or anything?
Yep. It's gonna be like a dark purple.
Right, that was quite a wallop. I had some time to think in my comatose state there. I'm pretty sure, and I'll go over and look at Ergra. Ergra's still frozen, right?
Yep.
Can we see where he got pinpricked?
No, you don't see a prick. You don't see a prick wound anywhere.
I think it's stung.
Yeah, she didn't get stung. No.
Huh. So can I? I was gonna say, like, can I like look for a sting on her, and I don't.
You can see around her mouth is dark purple, just like the sting wounds that you had.
I sucked out your poison.
Right. So I look down at my arm, and I look at her mouth, and I'll look down at my arm and be like, "Oh, right. Wait, but she sucked. Rin, hold on. Where are we?" And I'll look around.
We're in the temple. We're at a place to get you healed. What's wrong?
It's when she sucked the poison out, man. She sucked the poison, and it's all around. Look at her lip. That's not normal. Wait. No, that's not normal. That's not normal.
The hornet sting. Wait, Kurtz, weren't you stung? Are you in pain?
No.
So Kurtz, you received a ton of magical healing. You're thinking maybe that was, you know, just with the pulling out of the massive stinger and everything. Like, people were just dumping every kind of magic all over you.
I'm like Steve Irwin. I've just had it so many times I'm immune. No, I'm fine.
Fair. Right. We need to put something in or around her mouthful area there to clear this up. This is the only way it's gonna get. I was okay because she sucked it out of me, but we need that quickly. Anyone know anything about poisons? We need to put some sort of cream or something to cure the wounds.
And you'll see one of the clerics say, I heard preparation H feels good on the whole. Like, yes, grab some ointment.
Right, what is that? Put it up there.
Just grab them and like, it's not the time to fuck around.
I pick up my book and I start flipping through the pages. Poisons, plants on poisons.
And at that moment, you will see a cleric bend over and kind of put his hands together and then put it on one on Urgra's chest and one near her face, and some radiant magical energy surges over her, and at that moment the purple disappears off her mouth and you come to.
Alright, that works too. Close the book, put it back. Finley, do you need this as well? I think I tapped the medic. I think he needs another treatment as well. He has the same thing.
She.
It was a female medic? Female medic, please help.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about me.
Oh. Did you just assume her gender?
To the medic to ask if they could heal Finley at the same
Sure.
time.
So the hand's still glowing. We'll take the remaining of whatever spell that was, and we'll start to put it on our favorite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigans, and you instantly all of the searing pain that was in all of your nerve endings has subsided.
Oh, girl, you're right.
Oh, thank goodness.
I think so. Oh crap! I'm definitely making those things into arrows.
I'll just walk up to Finley. Urgra, what have I told you about putting strange fluids in your body?
Nothing.
Okay.
Don't fucking do it from now on.
Well, that's all good. Are they cured? I looked at the medic. Are they all right? Are they purged completely?
They should have no side effects from henceforth.
Good. All right. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate this. Kurt's paid the man. And I continue to walk away to find like a bench.
And you'll see him put up a hand, and he'll say, like, temple services for him, you may make a tithe, but we don't take personal payments.
Ah, yes, of course. Kurt's paid the tithe.
He's the brokest dude in your group.
Shit. Hold on. I'll hand over a vial of holy water. Sorry, this is all I have.
And we'll look it up, and we will put it on the altar. Thank you for your contribution, and kind of nod at you.
Wait! Before you head out, what's your name, sir? Madam. Who are you?
Person.
I forgot. What gender did I say the?
No, he just said it was a medic.
A medic. All right.
Non-binary.
All right. It's fluid. So her name, she will say, is Tiffany. Let's make it a girl. Why not? And she will say she's one of the priestesses of the temple, and she'll say, may the three goddesses bless you and have a great day. And she will.
What was her name?
Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany. It was a hit.
Tiffany.
Right.
Is she like blonde with blue eyes and too much mascara?
Yeah, I'm gonna need more description of Tiffany.
All
right.
She decorated in these very, high grade silver, teal blue jewelry.
No, it's actually very low grade. Very, very humble. Very humble appearance. Just basic white priestess robes. She has brown hair, and it's kind of braided, and it's kind of like the braid is kind of spun into a little spiral bun on the back of her head, but that's kind of covered by some kind of headpiece that covers most of it, but you can kind of see the shape of it underneath it.
Oh, thank you, Tiffany. We are in your debt. Now, if you don't mind, I'm so sorry, but we are in a rush because we do have to try and postpone something. So if you don't mind, Finley, are you okay? We can walk?
With the arm that she fixed, I will grab her hand and thank you, dear, and I'll head out. With no other words, just that, and I'll spin and walk away.
Okay. Okay, done.
Real Casanova style. I'm hitting on nuns. This should be fine. Great.
What do you guys want to do?
We'll walk up to Tiffany and just give her a nod. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were going to give her a kiss.
If you
Let's keep pushing for this to happen.
Is it just me who thought that? I legit thought that. I'll shut up.
If you will give me a moment, I'll make telepathic link with my homunculus, which is always on Nir's shoulder, and see if the homunculus can let me know if Nir has gone to Miss Honey already, and if he has discovered anything.
He is in transit.
All right, he's in transit. Okay, he shall notify us from Miss Honey's
Of Kyle's like
That's how I see.
dopey as fuck look.
And tell Near to watch the bee. I don't want anyone stealing that fucking stinger.
All right, yes. I'll tell the homunculus to notify him by writing that down somehow. It'll work, and so I'll just telepathically communicate.
It's science. Yeah.
you'll have to like write into the dirt or something because the homunculus can't speak, but it can communicate.
Okay.
Hold on, I've got an idea for that. As soon as we exit, it's like, "Hey, Rodriguez!" For my little minion.
Rodriguez?
Yeah, my little minion.
the many different named. I mean, he could be at the docks. He could be in Miss Honey's.
It could be anywhere. Who knows?
Are you talking about Aaron?
No, Rodriguez. The other one.
Rodriguez.
The third in command.
Oh, I forgot about him. Okay. All right. Yeah. So sure. Yeah. He just happened to be around. These little street urchins. Whenever you need one of them, they always just happen. They're crazy. They're always available.
I love them.
Yeah.
Pretty good. It's a pretty good trick there.
It's like just like a World of Warcraft pet summon. Oh, there you are. Perfect.
Yes. He wasn't doing anything. He's available for you. Like
a pet through and through. Okay.
It's almost like they time, like the appropriate moment of when you need to have nothing going on and be right where you need them.
Yeah, I'll summon Rodriguez.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
Be like, hey,
I'll summon him.
Hey, Rodriguez. Like, I need you to run to Ivan's estate. Say you're from me, Kurt Glaskin, and you can name drop these guys if you want. Tell Ivan that we have a delivery for his trophy room at Madam Honey Pot.
Miss Honey. Miss Honey.
Miss Honey's. We have a delivery for him at Miss Honey's.
Okay.
His trophy room.
And you'll see him kind of talking with his mouth like this, and he's like, "You got it, essay."
How old is this kid?
Gracias.
No, you'll see him just running off.
Kurtz, I didn't know you spoke Dwarvish.
It's actually Tabaxi, I feel.
I'm sorry. I confuse those dialects all the time.
Yeah, let's say.
Hey, cabron. Go tell Senor Ivan.
He's off to see Ivan. We need to rendezvous with to Tavaria and the parade.
I have somewhere else to be.
Where else do you need to be?
To prepare for the execution.
But that's where we're going. We're trying to stop the execution, aren't we?
I have to go meet with Caldivar.
Was Tavaria in that little parade that we saw walking through?
Yeah, Tavaria was. Caldivar and most of the Temple Guard are all there, with marching off in the distance. Yeah.
Right. This is serious business. Killed a Temple Guard. I think they're all there. They're all that way.
So they're heading towards the northwest gate, which is on the map up in this corner here.
All right.
In that direction.
What was that?
This one.
No, he was asking, is there any reason they'd be heading in that direction?
You wouldn't know why.
Oh, well, we're technically going to the same place, so I suppose we're all going together anyways.
Right. That's their favorite place to chop heads off. Like, southeastern quadrants, where some people go, but the really cool crowd goes.
Yeah,
right.
The southeast is the slums, man. This is a high-profile case.
Who even goes there anymore for killings? So execution.
That's so year 13.
Southeast border.
We must make
This is year 20, man. Give it the program.
How much time do we have before the execution?
Looking up at this guy, you're thinking maybe an hour?
Oh, bloody hell. Okay, I'm going to conjure an unseen servant, and I'm going to conjure my little litter. Basically, I'm going to conjure 4 unseen servants in a litter, and I'm going to start relaxing in there, and I'm going to take a short rest for the time being.
Okay.
How can you conjure a litter big enough to hold you?
Because I can conjure anything that is 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. So all I'm doing is conjuring a little seat for me with tiny little bars. So
it's got like a booster seat.
Yeah, it's like
It's pretty much a car seat.
Yeah, but it's enough for me to fit on and go.
Fucking wizards, man.
Do they make that sound while they carry you? Because that would be. I
don't think they make noises.
They actually do like a round in different harmonies.
I like it.
I hate it.
Brian and Stewie, love it, hate it.
What do you guys want to do?
I gotta go kill my minion.
Follow that execution squad.
Okay.
I am relaxing while we go.
Alright, so they are barely in eye shot, but you can see them heading towards the northwest gate. And then they start to button hook around and head south along the wall. And by the time you guys get there, if you rush, you can kind of get them back into visual. So they're going to make their way around. Down across here, there's going to be a little bridge that they'll cross over right by the little portcullis thing that's there by the river. Portcullis! And they will come around this fortified structure that encompasses Ivan's Manor. And they will end up stopping down here in this area. Down here.
Okay.
Okay.
I will quickly find Caldivar to see if there's anything I need to do to finalize or get the shit on the road.
Okay. All right. So you see him and you can pull him aside. And what did you want to know?
Just what's the what am I supposed to do here?
Okay, so before you had asked for, a smaller weapon, but he said that was not able to get approved, that you're going to want to use like a beheading type. So you can use your own sword, or they have some to choose from.
Oh, yeah, I'll use my own.
Okay, yeah, so he's...
Did you say you wanted to use a rapier before? Like...
Well, I had the idea that I would just do like a quick in and out from the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that he had to be beheaded.
A half inch at a time. No, it's okay. No, it's
dark execution of Kurtz.
No, that was a fair thing. Yeah, you could easily kill somebody with poke him in the heart. Yeah. No, but you said it has to be by beheading.
Yeah, so I'll just use mine.
While we're walking up to Kurtz Glatskin, yeah, because I know we're kind of behind the party. I'm gonna try to whisper, not be loud about it, but Kurtz, what's the plan here, man? We're really going through with this thing, or what's the situation here? I think we should all be on the same, brainwave here of what's about to occur here in the next 45 minutes.
That's fair. I don't think Rin is on the same page as anyone else.
There is no plan, Finley. We go through with the execution. We wait for the body to be released, and hopefully we can bring the young men back to life.
That's all well and good. Their plan, the first half of the situation, but even between myself and Rin, and that's some powerful magic there. If you're to be poor lad, yes, that's the situation here.
I'll just kind of stop and sort of just pat him on the shoulder. I trust you.
Interior monologue. Well, fuck. I will not say that out loud. All right. And I'm just gonna, as we're walking, just silently start trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to make any kind of spell that I have work for a beheaded person. Just contemplating fucking how spells work as we go.
I thought you said cowbell spells. Or like cowbells work. I thought you said cowbells.
Oh man, I had a song ready for this, but it's gonna change to Don't Fear the Reaper.
I got a fever, and the only cure is more cowbell.
That actually makes a lot of sense, and I'm bored. Okay, good. All right, good plan. All right, I'm gonna just start focusing on some shit while we're going.
Okay.
I'm just sitting in the chair waiting for my homunculus to eventually report back what the hell is going on at Miss Honey's place.
Sure, we can break away towards that. So Nier, you can play Nier. So he finally he comes up to Miss Honey's hut. What do you want to do?
Yoo-hoo! I was sent here by Rin. Hello!
Yes, come on in, darling. Door's open.
Thank you. Ooh, this is lovely. I love the decor.
Oh, you're back already?
Well, I never... No, I'm sorry. My name is Nier. It's nice to meet you.
And she'll look at you completely confused. I thought you said your name was Rin.
Oh, no, Rin is my creator. I am Nier.
And you'll see her kind of look at Tomlin, and Tomlin look at her, and he'll be like...
I love that sound.
Uh,
I like it.
It's adorable. I love that little thing. What is that?
You know him. This is Rin. Why are you acting so crazy? How are your friends? Are they okay?
I'm sorry. No. Nier. I am called Nier.
And you'll see her kind of step closer. Okay, I'm closer. What do you...
You said that. Well, I mean, I was informed that you were supposed to give something to Rin, knowledge, gossip, something interesting. I'm not sure. I'm just told to tell. What is it?
Okay, let me pull that up again. Oh, there it is. I minimized it. That's why. So she still has not caught on to the fact that this is not you. Come on. Grab it. Are you guys having problems with Roll20? Is it being slow?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Mine's being slow. Okay. So, since this is like your first gossip circle with Ms. Honey, there could be other things to learn, but how we'll work like these gossip kind of encounters is I will give you multiple choice of different topics that you could gossip about, but gossipers won't just gossip everything they know. You know, they're very selective, you know, so I'll give you 5 options, and you can pick 2 categories that you want to get some information from. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so the categories you may choose from is personal. This is about Tavara. Personal, like legally. Magic, friends, or Lundra.
The pen is mightier for 500, Alex.
Well,
I'll take the penis mightier for 500.
So we get 2 options from that. So, well, let's go with personal and.
I could have told you that shit.
Friends.
You guys can table talk it if you want. Like, this is dirt. You guys all want.
I'm super excited to see where Ren goes with it. I'd almost much rather prefer to see where you go with that, because I'm not there. We're not there.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we're not there, so...
Your choices are fine.
Okay, so you want a personal and what else?
Friends.
Friends. Okay. So through the band... So, Nier is not a very social... He's very socially awkward, so it's going to be a very one-sided conversation, and she's going to still think he's you. But she doesn't mind. So gossip, it's all about like you talking about yourself and what your opinion is of other things. So she doesn't take notice that his lack of feedback, like educated feedback, because she's just all going off on the rant. So with the personal part, going back and forth, let's see, where was that? So not much is known about Tavara's personal life. This is kind of, I'll just kind of read off some of the stuff that we're done. But she says, but I make it my business to know the dirt on anyone I can. For business leverage purposes, I'm sure you can understand. I haven't been able to find anything on her personally after a lot of digging. She seems to always put her personal desires aside and conducts herself in the professional inquiries of the temple only. So it's always business. She never has a moment where she has Tavara moments, not Tavara the head priestess. It's always head priestess matters. No one has ever seen her not being in a formal mode, ever.
She sounds very professional.
It's extremely. So, Miss Honeywood relay, that, she is very good at digging up dirt, and on this particular category for her, she hasn't dug up anything, and that's very strange.
And for friends?
And for friends, there has been some falling out with some of the priestesses of the temple when Tavara took over as the new head priestess. I heard that some of them disagreed with a different message she was saying, and some of them went into hiding in fear of retaliation because they still followed Alundra's message. The ones who decided to stay with Tavara quickly rose in the temple ranks, and Tavara remade the qualifications for acquiring new priestesses, and they shifted from, instead of retention, it was about recruitment.
This is very interesting information. And by the way, Nira's just going to be nudging the homunculus, which I'm just going to say we're calling him Pudge. He's just going to nudge Pudge.
Pudge? Okay. That's a good name. Okay, Pudge.
He's just gonna, and Pudge is just kind of like listening, grumpy. He's got that little grumpy pug face.
Okay.
Conveying it all to Rin eventually, and Rin's just kind of listening, going,
Okay. So there's maybe like a 13-second delay, kind of like our stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Nero will just probably be going, that is fascinating information. I had no idea. Who is Tavaria, by the way?
The head priestess of the temple, darling? Are you...
Oh, she's very titled then, huh?
You earlier said that you wanted dirt on her. Are you feeling alright, dear?
Oh, I'm fine. And no, I didn't ask, but that's alright.
Did you get sick like your friends?
What? No. What? No. I'm not sick. Wait, my friends are sick?
Okay, she's gonna like... kind of do like a 360 around you and kind of up and down. Who are you?
I told you my name is Nir. Hello. Yes. Hi.
You look just like... Are you not Rin?
No, I'm Nir. Nir.
You keep saying... I don't know what this means, darling. You must help Miss Honey understand what is going on here.
But I'm Nir. He's Rin. Nir, Rin. Two people.
Oh, you're like his twin.
Am I? Okay, maybe. Yeah, I'm his twin.
Oh! Well, you pass that along to your brother, darling.
Okay. You nudges Pudge.
God damn it.
It's passed on.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real happy when we're level 1 again.
You don't mind if I just stand outside? They told me that I should be watching the husk.
You do what you need, darling. I have work to attend to, and the door will close, and you hear it kind of like click, and then you hear several locks just kind of like up and down the whole door, just kind of lock.
Oh, what a nice lady.
Business is closed! You'll hear her shout through the door.
Thank you. People will just kind of look at the bee and just kind of be standing out like, wow.
Okay, and right there we will go on our first break. So stick around, guys, and when we come back, anybody who is watching, we will give out some free loyalty points, and we'll continue the story. We'll see you in a few minutes.
It comes up, I just do one of these deals where it's just like
jumping all over your body. You'll see the vendor just cracking up.
She's not just a client to me, Your Honor, but she's a near and dear, true friend. And
I don't have really any spells left, so I'm just gonna start going. I'm gonna use Prestidigitation to just keep blowing.
You got like little joints that they just suck into or something, and they slide in with friction. Or if there's maybe like I can make you some cream, Finley. You can dip your tongue in it. You'll be fine.
second barrel.
It's fine. He's like, I don't care about shit. No disadvantage to this magic bullcrap. missiles again.
You have to breathe. You can try using one.
That's not.
That's not a good idea.
I'm actually
gonna reach out and pull out the divinity symbol from my shirt and just sort of like, this is an unholy place.
Yep.
This is the epitome of handling an animal. You're free falling. That's what.
Your heart can heal if you just let it.
So, okay, how are we gonna work this here?
A fair price for a fair bargain of such rare and majestic items. Wouldn't you?
What's your total damage?
25 total.
Woo!
That's a big hit, dude.
That is an eyeball piercer.
Shit.
And then grab onto the wings and try to glide it into the ground.
Yes.
Okay. She'll slam her staff into the ground and she'll say, Caldivar, then I order you to arrest Cain in the name of the High Temple, and we will end all of Session 0. So good job, guys. Well played.
Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the Horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone can be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Ah, salutations. I am Rin Enoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets. My manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the Horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the Horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need. A sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
Or Room of an Angel from Silent Hill.
Using adult language.
Yeah.
Alright, we are back. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. And as promised, everyone who is with us right now, we're going to give out 500 loyalty points. So,
hey, you could buy me an inspiration point.
Bam! So it went through. So in the lower right-hand corner of the stream screen, you should be able to click that. There's some other mini games you guys can play. There's some scratch tickets. There's some other things like that. If you click into the store, it'll open up another screen where it'll say you can buy health potions and inspiration points for the players or for myself, and then at the bottom is corruption point modifiers, but those aren't in the game yet, so don't waste your money on those. But you guys are accruing those by just by viewing, and then also treasure chests will be popping up on the screen, so if you guys click those, this will also give you more loyalty points as well. So yeah, so enjoy those, and you guys feel free to you know, help out the players with that. If you buy those, it'll pop up on the screen saying that you bought them, and that's what the little the D20s are on some of their screens, and the health potions and stuff will be on the screen. So that's what those are. All right, so open switch redeem by Kurtz an inspiration point. Here we go.
Maybe.
Inspiration point.
Someone's a real MVP.
Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, so that's what's there for.
Needed the most.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
When you got to do several acrobatic checks just to get one hill.
only chumps and losers need inspiration points. Because Rin's never gotten one.
Broken Switch is redeemed by Rin an inspiration point.
Yeah, have you even ever been hit in this campaign?
Yes, I've been hit.
Yeah, remember he got his head obliterated by those two hammers?
That's right,
He died in one shot. That's back in session 0, though. All right. So we left off with ending the bit with Near and Ms. Honey. So panning back to the execution. Spaz redeemed by DM an inspiration point for monsters. Yes, Spaz.
Oh, great. So now they're worthless.
Inspiration. You get an inspiration.
Thanks, Spaz. All right, we'll put those to good use. Thanks, guys.
No.
All right, so the execution is drawing near. So you were.
Near's getting closer to it.
We're gonna execute Near. That'll make Kurtz happy. So Kurtz, you are conversing with Keldevar. He's explained that you can't use a finesse weapon. It's got to be something that can behead. The guards are starting to position Timmy, and they're all kind of going over the order of events and stuff like that. So what'll happen is Tavara will be overseeing the event as head priestess because this is a capital crime against the temple. She's going to be the one facilitating it, and he's kind of running through events with you just so you're aware of when your role is. So she will say some words, and then Timmy, the accused, well, not accused because he's confessed, but the convicted will have a moment to say any last words, and then Tavara will give a signal to Keldevar, and Keldevar will give you the signal, and then that's when you do the business. The temple still will keep possession of the body, but they will release it to the next of kin, which was also you, but that is going to be after they process the body. And he digs through some of the stuff, and he didn't say you wanted blade, but he said he would still offer you the face covering sack. You don't have to use it, but it is your option if you wanted to conceal your identity. And as they're starting to set up, not very many people show up, but there are some commoners who are starting to gather around to see this. None of them really know Timmy, because of you know his short backstory, but it's more just to see official temple business, and before there's maybe 20-25 people starting to gather around.
Does the gang show up? Because I told them when it was.
Did you? I don't remember. Did you want them to show up?
I told them they could come if they wanted to. I told them they probably shouldn't, but
Okay.
like,
I would think Aaron would show up though.
Okay.
So Aaron, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can Rin just like be hovering in midair closer to Tavaria to eventually like get in her ear?
Or you're wanting to hear things that she's saying?
No, like to actually talk to her.
Oh yeah, yep. She's available if you want to speak to her.
Okay, good. Yeah, I just didn't know if she was like surrounded by like a sea of 50 guards, and she's like in the middle, and it's just like.
Well, she kind of is, but yeah, I mean, you guys are becoming more famous, so you have a little bit more pull,
So
with officials.
Floating about 6 feet in the air, I should peek over and I should be able to see her and just go, Tavaria, I need to speak with you.
And she'll look up at you and what can I do for you? We're very busy with official matters.
Yes, I'm in regards to these matters. I think that your sentence is a little harsh for a minor, isn't it?
Well, the goddesses demand justice for crimes. It doesn't matter your age.
Do not the goddesses also teach mercy?
Mercy comes secondary to justice, though.
Justice is what you make of it, I say. But what the same point? Why are you continuing this? What happened to the other god? Couldn't you have saved him?
Saved him? He took the temple oath.
I beg your pardon?
The temple oath. When anybody who works for the temple, part of their oath process forbids such actions to take place after their death.
I'm sorry, what? What?
Yeah, so part of the oath encompasses that they relinquish any permissions for resurrecting their bodies after death. It's part of the goddess's will that once your life is terminated, to not use any form of necromancy or evil magics to bring someone back to life, that our fates are sealed, and to mess with that is to go against the goddesses.
Oh, well, now hold it there. I don't quite agree with that. That seems to be a little bit of a narrow-minded view, if you ask me. Wait, but only the gods, then, are under this oath. No one else is obligated to follow this. Correct? Yeah.
Well, as head priestess, I, try to explain to anyone that these acts are forbidden, and if you aren't aware of these as a magic practitioner, take notes. I can tell you of what spells the temple has decreed as capital punishment.
I didn't know that you were both law and religion in this land. I believe the law fell into Ivan's hands, not yours.
As long as it's not temple matters, but the temple oversees the will of the goddesses, and I myself as head priestess as the mediator between the will of the goddesses and the temple law.
It's a very fine line when all of civilization teeters on the point of one in power for both religion and state.
Well, then you can take that up with the goddesses.
Indeed.
This is their decree. I'm just the one who interprets it for them. It's not me. It's the three goddesses.
Can I tell if she's full of shit?
Sure, you can do an insight check. Let me pull that up real quick.
Full of shit check.
Full of shit check.
It's the best kind.
It's the best kind of check.
Oops, not that button. That's the wrong button.
A
6. So, as you're conversing with her, she has just a very powerful presence and commands absolute authority. And your ignorance in this matter, since you're a very high intellectual person, if you feel like you know something about the topic, you can debate it till no end. But in areas that you are not informed of, it's much harder to articulate your viewpoint. So you are definitely believing that these certain spells that she's saying is high treason.
This is quite irregular, if you ask me. And then is this the reason why you shan't release the body, I suppose?
Yes, the body will be taken away to be processed to where any of these treasonous magical abilities could not affect the bodies.
Fuck!
Well, it seems you have yourself all neatly organized for your little cult.
And she will reiterate that she's willing to tell you the spells that are forbidden, because she doesn't want you to ever get in trouble, knowing anything that you shouldn't know, and practicing anything you shouldn't practice.
Well, fine. Enlighten me on your religious sect.
So I'm not saying you guys can't use these, but if you get caught using these, it is going to be considered high treason. All right, so gentle repose.
Really? Oh, wow, shit.
Revivify.
I don't have to listen to this. I don't know magic.
Raise dead.
You can go faster. I'm typing.
What's that? Oh, reincarnation.
It's funny. Finley's like, I'm writing this down. What are you talking about?
I was gonna say, you can go slower. I'm writing this shit.
All right, I'll start over. Gentle repose. Revivify.
Raise dead.
Raise dead.
Reincarnate.
Reincarnates.
Resurrection.
Resurrection.
True resurrection.
True resurrection. Wish. And then all necromancy-based spells.
Wow. Wish doesn't exist. Oh shit. Well, all necromantic. How can you even know if it's necromantic if you don't even know what it is?
Do you know what necromancy is?
The answer is no.
Do we hear this conversation, or is this happening elsewhere?
I think he was just taking her ear in private.
Well, yeah. I mean, if she's out in the middle of the area, I'm just talking to her wherever she is.
Okay. Well, if you guys were close enough, you could have heard that then.
I'm off in the fucking...
Yeah, you're
wherever.
talking to Caldervar, yeah. So...
This is a good thing to know, I suppose, that, I think perhaps we should have a discussion with Ivan in finding a way to put a better check and balance system in this governing body that you have here.
Well, we just govern over the temple. We don't govern over the
wide umbrella.
As far as the ins and outs of the capital, Ivan does have ultimate authority. It's just when it falls under temple jurisdiction is when the temple takes over.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for your narrow-minded insight. Good day to you, false priestess, as I float away.
And as she's starting to turn and you say false priestess, she'll turn around and say, "Excuse me?"
I have no
Can you repeat that one more time?
No. And I continue on.
That's what I thought. Careful what you say around here. And she
Freedom of speech!
I don't know, that's a law around here. And she will go back to overseeing guards, and she will make her way towards Caldervar, who is talking with Kurtz.
I will say that as Ren starts walking away in his little car seat, Urgra will grab his leg, pull him out of the car seat.
Oh, you ass.
Make it so he doesn't fall, but make sure that he definitely lands. And are you out of your goddamn mind?
Oh, are you out of your mind? You wretched! Let go! Let go of me!
I let go of the calls.
I was resting. Thank you. As I get back in the litter, lower it down for me. Thank you. Sit and rise. What was that about? I spoke my opinion and what I believe is true and just, and I don't think you're disagreeing with me, are you?
I didn't say that, but I'm curious. In the Elven Society,
You're kind of quiet, Connor.
In the Elven Society, is it common for you to just be able to speak your mind to those who are in higher power than you and not suffer any sort of punishment or retribution?
Oh, as if she could do anything. And no, I have my own form, and besides, her religion is tainted at best. She has no true understanding about anything. It seems none of you do.
Tainted or not, she does have an enormous amount of power, particularly in this city when she is surrounded by an entire army of guards.
Yes, but if you don't challenge authority that is corrupt, then what do? You become a bystander and you let it go unchecked.
This is not wrong. However, We need her forces for the battle in, what, 4 or 5 days?
Less than that.
She needs us.
We're still on day
well.
2.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. It's the night of day 2, though.
Midnight of day 2.
Yeah, midnight. So it is almost day 3.
Almost day 3. But no, but she needs us just as much as we need the rest of the world to fight together. And I don't see killing everyone left, right, and center as being the most sensible plan.
Well, then, from her standpoint, can she think that a child who killed someone who could have fought in the battle would be a bad thing?
I think it's quite illogical for her not to even have him brought back, for him to fight a good fight.
Well, I'm afraid I don't really know much about her views on necromancy, but I mean, there's not much we can do about it, is what I'm saying, Rin. And what did you achieve by what you just did? Aside from her obviously knowing your face now and actively disliking you.
I stated my opinion and my belief, and I believe there are those around me who also agree with my point of view. And perhaps if one person speaks up, the rest will start to question and wonder, and eventually one drop in the pond, and the ripples will spread.
I was actually observing most of that conversation. Could I do like a past perception check or insight check to see if anyone was like kind of passively nodding to what Rin was saying versus like a kindred spirit, one might say?
So any of like the bystanders that are there to observe, they would have been out of earshot. The only people who would have been in the immediate area would have been temple guards, and they all completely back to Varia 100%.
Brainwashed bastards. By the way, is Finley near us at all?
I'm still kind of Finley's still kind of off in his own little world because he's still contemplating.
He's thinking about Tiffany.
I'm going to cast a message to him and whisper in his ear, go, Finley, can we talk to you for a moment, please? Come here.
I'll like wiggle my ear a bit.
I'm just gonna yell, Finley, we need you!
Right, that would have been fine. All right. I'll totally D over there real quick. Yeah, right. I got a lot on my mind here. What?
Well, there's a bit of a kink in your and Kurtz's plan, it seems. Do you remember how we were thinking about why it was curious that she was taking the body away for a certain period of time?
Right.
Well, she's apparently going to desecrate or do something to it to make it unable to be returned to the land of the living, whatever means you were trying to do.
Does Kurtz know about this?
Well, not yet. I could always message him, like I messaged you if you want me to. He's over there, way off by what appears to be another god.
Sharpening my sword.
Let's get into it.
Somberly.
Yeah, right.
And they don't allow you to make contact with Timmy either.
Yeah.
And as we're here, it's me, Ergra, and Rin. Is there anyone else in the vicinity that we could think would be in earshot, or are we kind of in like our own little like huddle at the party kind of thing, where we're definitely like at the party, but we're like in our own little party because we don't know, like maybe we'll be at the party. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys could be away from earshot if that's what you're trying to do.
All right, yeah, I just want to.
It's a pretty big area, so.
Yeah, just make sure that no one's like about to hear what we're talking about.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want me to notify Kurtz about this little kink?
Well, in a minute, but to be quite honest with you, I've been giving it some thought here, and even for the thing that I want to do, it's. I feel like I could do it, but I need more than just me hands here. I need some certain materials and things to even come close to. This is magics that are not. I don't think are really permissible really anywhere, let alone in the capital, but it's definitely something that is a very, let's just say, expensive endeavor to not just dealing with life and limb, but also from the coin purse, if you will. But I mean, one matter at a time here, I guess. I thought perhaps we'd be getting the body back, but that's one hiccup in the step process just from the gate here. How do... looked really disheveled for a minute. Trying to think of something. Yeah. Disheveled?
That works, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That's a word.
I just instantly thought of deragged, dehoed.
Yeah. Disgruntled. That's a bit of a problem in itself. I guess one step at a time here. How exactly do you think we'd get about getting little Timmy's body back in the first place?
I don't think that's going to be the issue. They're going to give us back the body, but I have every confidence that if they say they're going to put protections that will stop magic from bringing him back, that they know what they're talking about. It's my opinion that we should tell Kurt before he does the deed, or he'll just be furious at us.
Right.
Well,
I could hear you, but you were really quiet, Connor. I don't know. We could hear it, but it was quiet. But go ahead.
Well, we certainly should notify him sometime soon. I believe he's about finishing up his sword sharpening right now.
Right.
By the way, I'm still resting while I'm in this chair. I'm just short resting and talking.
Sure.
Right. Perhaps we should bring Finn into our conversation. You know, the group's conversation. Nope, still fucking nothing. All right, just bring him over here. We don't really have...
I'll slowly cast the message spell once more. I go, Kurtz, there's a tiny problem. Could you please come over here?
I don't think I can go over there.
Once more, cast the message. What do you mean you can't come over here? Are your legs working or not?
Well, it's part of the ceremony.
Okay, once more, casting the message. She's going to desecrate the body, making it impossible for anyone to resurrect it. It is illegal, apparently. Didn't you know this?
Silence.
Kurtz, did you get this message?
Bricker19, give a radio check over.
Just then, you'll just hear back just one word, just yes.
So now what do we do?
You should leave.
What?
And Kurtz will sort of hike himself up with his sword and throw the hood on.
Oh, okay.
Rin, what the fuck, man? What's happening here? Why is he not coming over?
So the hood that you put on is kind of like a potato sack kind of feel, and it's all black, and there is a narrow slit for the eyes, but it's very baggy, and it hides all facial features, and it's very, very large. So even if someone's wearing a helmet underneath this, it could fit. And as you pull this over your head, you can catch the smell of death and old blood, and it dawns on you that this is the same mask they use for every single execution, probably, and it's not washed or maintained. This is not a pleasant experience wearing this thing, and there's no holes for your mouth or your nose. You're having to breathe through the sack, so every breath you take in is just the scent and essence of just kind of years of death and blood.
Just breathe in deep and try to get into the mindset from the battlefield.
Okay.
I think Kurtz is going to go through and kill him anyways.
What other choice does he have?
Well, you could try other things. You don't have to submit. What did... Finley, you have amazing powers. Can't you use some of them to cast, like you did that illusion, the dragon? It was so real, everyone panicked. Couldn't you perhaps conjure something like that, cause a riot, and we get him out? Maybe you could bring down the goddesses, for all I know. Bring an image of them and tell them that this is wrong. You know, some kind of, thing.
Finley, give me a perception check real quick.
Sure there, Laddie DM.
Laddie DM. That's Mr. Ladder.
Mr. Lady DM.
Yeah.
You said perception.
Yes, perception.
Perception. 14 there, sir.
Okay. So when he says that, you look over to just kind of, process everything he's saying, and you notice that there are 4. So there's a lot of guards around Timmy, but there's 4 distinctly around him, and there is a shackle from themselves to an appendage on Timmy, and the shackle around their wrist and the one around Timmy are glowing magically, and there seems to be some kind of connection through the shackle. You don't know what this means, but that's what you see.
I mean, the more I take in the situation here, there's really not much we can do here. I mean, could we do some things? Sure. We had a bit of a plan for the after to be sneaky about it, but whether we do something now and just prolong the inevitable, I mean, And I look over at Kurtz, and he's still fucking, in death mode over there. I mean, perhaps this is just not maybe the morally right thing, but if there's nothing we could do, there's nothing we could do. Silence. Yeah, that's right. That's what I just did. let the brevity of the situation just hang on there. Okay, but and as we all sit there in silence, I'll chip back up again. And I mean, sure, that maybe there's some things that I could try to hibbly-bibbly, but I mean,
couldn't you just create like an illusion of Alondra or something? Perhaps bring her on and tell her claim is false, what she's doing is wrong, and then make her just disappear?
I mean, if that's what you want me to do, but if it doesn't work, there's more than one person on the chopping block they're in.
Well, how would they know if you cast it or not?
Oh, and Dylan, you requested the Lullaby of Woe. Let me know when you want it to play.
Once the ceremony begins.
Okay.
What was your question again, Rin?
Oh, couldn't you just create how would they know if you cast it? Couldn't you just do it off in secret?
I mean, look around here. It's a bunch of temple guards and a bunch of clusterfucks that I point at all of us. It's just that there's no other real people, are there? It's just the temple guards and us?
No, there are maybe a couple dozen bystanders, but they're definitely off in a distance. They're over by where the podium is for the execution, but Timmy and the guards and Tavara and Caldivar and Kurtz, they're all over in the back by the wall. So
I could put you into an illusion of a boulder or a rock. You could hide inside that and cast by seeing through it if you needed me to give you some cover.
Man, oh man, oh man, what to do?
Do I see them like chatting to themselves?
I think you would see that, yeah.
I will use Heart of Darkness on them.
Okay.
What the what now?
Do we have to be looking at you for that?
Well, if you look over at him, you would see it.
I mean, are we looking over at him? Is anyone looking over at him?
You got a mask on there, Kurtz Gladskin.
There is an eye-slit, though.
You got an eye-slit in your mask there.
So those who can look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness, though that part isn't it.
I kind of just want to convey, like, don't fucking try anything. Either just from, like, just looking at them or my posture or how I'm holding my sword or anything like that. It's not, like, slung over my shoulder. I'll be holding it, like, very, like, formally as I'm sort of marching with this death party.
Okay.
As we're standing there in this group, and I'm going to say to Erdra and Rin, as we were walking up here, I was talking with Kurtz about the situation before we knew the information that we know now, and he told me that he trusts me. I've been thinking about that as we've been walking up, and I thought I knew what it meant at first, and now I'm more confused than I ever was. I feel like we should do something, but I don't know what we should do, and if we should do it at all with the circumstances.
I'm just a little bit worried that Chris may decide to chop off the head of the person that Timmy's chained to and try to make a run for it.
If you recall, Rin, I've tried to mess with these temple guards once before with divine essences and illusions, and they saw right through it. If that was just a bunch of temple guards, I don't know exactly what I could do here with the lead or the high priestess Tavaria. And trust me, truth be known, everyone's favorite halfling bard here, casting a bunch of illusion spells around. It's. I don't think it would be too quick to. I don't think it would be too long before they realized and filtered who would be fucking around with the situation. But
turn the people against her. Finley, you are good at spinning words. You can inspire people. Bring them to our side. Let them know that this is an injustice. Cause them to riot against her own actions. Make them see that this is wrong, and she can see that she is causing a rift. Make the people of Candoria understand that this execution and this form of power should not go unchallenged.
as beautiful as that sounded, Rin, I'm no godly man, and I'm no political icon or anything. We're trying to be adventurers here. We're trying to be heroes. We have more.
I put my hands on his shoulder. Finley.
What?
How can you call yourself a hero if you can't even save the life of one innocent child?
He's not entirely innocent.
He was born out of circumstance. His trial and his judgment were illogical and obscene.
Actually, Rin, anyone who killed the temple guard would be going through the same thing he is.
You know, anyone who killed a temple guard in their right mind. This is not even an adult. This is a child.
Aren't we all children to you?
Yes, and you're all acting like children right now. Finley, please.
As much as I'd like to help Rin, and I'll just kind of hang my head a little bit. This isn't our place to intervene, man.
I'll sit back in my chair and watch with very cross arms, just not enjoying this.
Okay. Okay. So, your guys' discussion takes a while, and if there's anything you guys want to do between now and the start of the ceremony, now's your chance to say anything, but otherwise we'll fast track to that.
Yeah. Has the hour gone away? Have I short rested?
Yes, yeah, we can
Okay,
see your
good.
short rest over, yeah.
Alright, because I was using my arcane recovery.
Of course you were.
Okay. Alright, so the ceremony has started. All the guards take their place, and they are surrounding the execution block, and Caldivar indicates to you, Kurtz, of where your spot is to stand. And it's, you know, it's at the back corner. The attention is not supposed to be on you. You're just there to carry out the sentence, and that's it. It's a very scary, shameful, but justice position. You know, like it's a very controversial position to be in. Some people view it as sacred because you're the one, you know, dishing out the justice of the temple, and some people view it as malicious because you're the murderer. But just being in this position, if you had any questions about it, Caldivar would have explained to you that it's not murder because you are carrying out the sentence of the temple's wishes. So, like, they are very particular about protecting the identity and any retaliation anybody might have against the executioner. It's not the executioner, it is the temple law. I don't think any of that would bother you, but just disclaimers.
Yeah.
So Tavara takes a stand on there, and she goes over the charges that Timmy is facing, and will explain that after interrogation that Timmy confessed, and she will go over the witness statements and everything, and we'll go over the law, which you guys already know, that killing a temple guard is treated as killing the high priestess herself. Everyone within the temple service, it's all the same capital punishment. And with his admission of guilt, the sentence is execution, and which will commence now. And she will look at Caldivar, and Caldivar will turn to Timmy, and he will say, "Any last words?" And throughout this whole process, Timmy has just been in tears and crying and bawling, and then, like, you know that point where you've just cried so hard for so long you're just completely exhausted and you run out of tears. That's the point Timmy's at, where it's just whimpers, and any tries to, like, continue crying, it hurts, it's painful. He's just completely broken down psychologically, physically. He's just at his lowest point, and he's shackled up, and they're kind of putting him over the block, and they unshackle him off the guards and onto the podium, and he has a little bit of room, and you can see him wipe his wrists across his eyes, and he's covered in dirt, that's sticking to the tear-stained face, and he doesn't even look up. He just looks like he's just covered in shame and guilt, and he just says, "I'm so sorry, and if you guys can forgive me, I'll never do it again. I didn't mean it. It was an accident.
When he says this, I will sort of pull the hood off and sort of lean down and sort of put a hand on his head and just say to him, you know, I know a place where the gods will hear your prayer, and if you're brave and you close your eyes, you'll be there very soon. Do you understand?
And he's not looking at you, but he kind of recognizes just the voice that he hears, and he kind of whimpers and he looks up. Boss? Is that you?
Yeah, Timmy. That's me.
Are you here to save me?
Yeah, I'm here to save you.
Okay,
just close your eyes and it'll be over soon, okay?
Okay, get me out of here. I'll wait for you to tell me what to do. And he'll close his eyes and he'll put his head down over the block.
Pause. Boss. As all this is going on, in the crowd, Finley's shenanigans is going to kind of back away after this conversation with Rin. They took the shackles off of him, the bluey ones.
Yeah, like the guards took it off of themselves and then put it onto the podium, but they're still glowing the color that they were.
So he's shackled to the podium?
Yeah.
He was the transportation team, and now it's...
Yep.
Okay, so he's shackled to the podium with blue, shiny fucking manacles, right?
Yes.
Can I... Now, you said that I noticed these before.
Yeah.
Can I... Now that I have more of a focus, we've talked with
Sure.
Rin, they're shackled to the thing. Can I discern what the fuck these manacles do?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
If you roll a maybe inspiration point it.
Ooh. 21. All right, so you've been, after the conversation with Rin, and you've been, you know, torn between, do we intervene, do we not, what could we do, you know, running through plan A through Z. So you would be very tentative on this. So you channeling Arcana through yourself, you don't know exactly what they do, but it's definitely to hinder any kind of magical influence. It's kind of like an anti-magical effect, to where it would prohibit something from affecting whoever has these 4 manacles attached to them. Because you got 21, I'll tell you that you get the feeling that it takes all 4 to make this thing work.
All 4 what? Manacles?
Yeah, so he has, you know, one from a wrist to the thing, one from the ankle to the thing, you know, all 4 appendages have it.
Alright.
There's no getting out of this, guys.
But you think that if one of them was maybe disabled...
It's his hands, yeah?
One on each wrist, one on each ankle, yeah. So you are able to deduce that if one of them was disabled, it might disable the whole system, but you're not sure exactly, since you've never actually used these.
Jesus! Oh, God! Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. This is so stupid. But it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so as I'm inspecting these manacles, Kurtz is talking with little Timmy and, you know, pulls his mask up and he's talking to him and everything. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what's going on, but as they're shackling him to him and everything like that, I'm gonna do probably the stupidest thing I could possibly do in this moment. I'm gonna do this as fast as I fucking can. So I'm gonna tell you what I want to do, DM, and you tell me. You tell me the deal, okay?
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm trying to find the song he requested. It says at the top of the list.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one requesting songs.
Is it the Rising Sun one?
No.
It was the lullaby one.
Yeah.
Request it one more time. Is it playing right now? Angel of War is playing right now. Okay. Good.
What you doing, Finley?
Yeah, Fin.
Okay, you tell me that this is gonna happen. This is like in all of a minute, because that's all I got. I'm just gonna fucking bolt this thing, okay?
Okay.
And you
So you can, you can say, you can try to do whatever you want, but your passive perception would let you know that there are eyes everywhere. All the guards, not all, some of them are watching the podium, others are watching the spectators, watching you. I mean, there are eyes everywhere, and they're not just looking around. They are, you can tell that they are looking for anything that may intervene.
Yep.
So my passive perception is 20. Would I notice him about to do something?
Are you...
I suspect.
Okay. Finley, give me a sleight of hand, and we'll DC it against his passive.
20 beat a 20. Jack of all trades, bard, go!
slinking into the shadows of the crowd.
Oh! A crit! Alright, so Kurtz, you do not notice. You are watching to see if any of your friends are doing anything, but you do not notice what Finley is about to try to do.
Alright.
Alright. Okay, so here's what Finley's gonna do, and DM, you tell me what you want me to do, okay? Alright. So as I see all this happening, I'm kind of taking it all in, like fucking, science, like doing numbers in my head real quick.
It's like that meme with all the fucking
things going, right? Just like quick thinking. Okay, plan. And I'm gonna sink back into the crowd a little bit. My first action, I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Oh, gone. Okay. That lasts for a minute. As soon as that's done, I'm gonna silently make my way up to little Timmy. As I'm slowly making my way up to little Timmy, because Greater Invisibility just happens, it's a concentration for a minute, okay? As I'm walking up, I'm going to cast Programmed Illusion as I walk up, and I'm like, casting this illusion spell, okay?
What is the illusion going to be of?
It's going to be like the sky starts to, almost like my meteor swarm, you're going to see the sky start to billow and sway, but it's not just like a normal clouds of darkness and blue. There's like reds and some purples and yellow, like almost all the colors really, but it's like the darker version. And you're just going to hear, I'm pretty sure I can do voices. Let me just make sure.
I think you can.
They're all sensory effects.
Yeah, so you're going to hear like this loud billowing, even though it's loud and billowing and kind of scary, it's still a female voice that I'm going to try to make it sound like one of the guys kind of thing,
okay,
right?
That's
like
fine.
Kind of thing. Since I have heard Alundra's voice before. And you're going to hear like Alundra's voice coming from this like rainbow dark death cloud from the air, saying like, Bavaria. Now this is like a girl's voice. Bavaria! You sit on a throne of divine lies. And as this is happening, I'm like trying to creep up to little Timmy, and hopefully everyone's like fucking looking that way, right?
Okay.
I will say, the injustices you have spread from the temple across Candoria will be coming to a sickening soon. And as everyone's looking, I'm going to run up, and I'm going to, this is going to sound fucking nuts, but I'm going to take my assassin's blade, and as quickly as I can, I want to chop fucking little Timmy's arms and legs off.
Okay.
You don't need all of them.
Just fucking off.
All four?
Yeah, just.
Okay.
This is all happening at the same time.
Yeah, no, you're explaining the narration of what you want to happen. Yeah.
Right. So
right.
as everyone's hopefully looking,
it's like
up,
Sherlock Holmes, the whole thing in his head. Yeah.
Chop.
Okay.
So greater invisibility, I can still attack things because it's a greater one. I have to concentrate on it.
This kid's gonna die of shock before you save his life.
Programmed illusion is just instant. It just happens.
Okay.
Okay. And then once I chop everything, Dimension Doors the fuck out of there. I'm gonna just grab his body and Dimension Door the fuck out.
Okay.
All of that. Okay.
Okay.
So back to Alundra.
The deed has been done. Take the hands that gave the killing blow. But the boy is mine.
And at the same time I say the boy is mine is when we poop the fuck out and just his hands and feet are laying there.
Okay.
We're pooping the fuck out.
All right. So that's the plan. So you go invisible.
That's the plan.
And you start approaching, and the swirling is starting to appear, and the voice starts to boom. I want you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
A dex saving throw.
Isn't there a save to like see through the illusion as well?
Yep. Yeah, I was getting to all that. I just wanted to see what all the.
No, that's good. That's a great plan. I'm not saying it's not going to work, but
dex saving throw. Okay. All right, here we go. Dex save. 11.
11. Okay.
Can I use inspiration? Can I use inspiration thing?
You can. All right. I will burn that up for you.
All right, cool. Burn it up. I don't even know what it's for, but okay. Okay, a little better.
Let me find it real quick. Finley inspiration point. Okay. You're rolling 18. All right. So as you are, you're invisible, but you're still probably being sneaky. You will feel a huge force smack against your back and pile drive you onto the ground, and you will look up and you will see that a man in gold and white shining armor is on top of you, and he smashes to the ground, and in a demanding voice he says, "I have true sight. What do you think you're doing?"
Whoa.
And it's Caldivar. He's on top of you.
Oh.
So the swirling is still going. That's a concentration? Or no, the invisibility is, right?
Invisibility is a concentration. Well,
okay, so give me a concentration saving throw. You'll probably pass it though.
It feels you beneath his heavily muscled thighs.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he grabs me that quick, I probably wouldn't even have time to cast the damn thing. But all right.
Well, you cast the invisibility before, and you were approaching
the programmed illusion part.
So yeah, that was starting to go already.
That's why he tackled your ass.
Right. So he used his true vision, and he saw you, true sight, and he saw you, and he came and tackled you.
All right. What am I doing? Concentration?
Yeah. Con saving throw to see if you're maintaining your invisibility. Okay, so your invisibility breaks. What do you want to do?
All right.
Do not fight Caldivar, please.
I'm just looking up at this big swirling thing going on. What the hell?
Right. All right. Well, all right. So that plan did not work as planned. All right. So.
While this is happening.
Yeah, you see Caldivar running forward and tackles something. He just jumps on the ground.
Yeah.
And Finley's tiny, so he came out of invisibility, but you would just see Caldivar's armored body on top of something.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. I feel I feel like I may be able to discern what happens. Do you want me to do a roll for that?
You can do an insight on the situation.
I will have the swirling vortex say.
We'll say DC 15.
Let the
what did you roll?
go.
17. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you have a pretty good feeling what's going on, but you're not sure the particulars.
Yeah, I'll just sort of. Fuck me. I will just sort of lean down and whisper into Timmy's ear. Say hello to my daughters for me, and then I'll raise the sword and follow through.
This isn't right! This isn't right! It's just coming from the vortex and shit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the vortex is still going. The voice of, the Lundra that you're saying, that is still going on.
Yeah.
Kurtz, you raise your blade and you drop it, and
I'm unhooded as well, so everyone sees my face.
Right. There's nothing stopping the blade, and it slices through the frail skin of the neck of Timmy, and you see his head hit the floor and roll as blood is starting to gush from it. What do you guys want to do? You're underneath Caldivar, Finley. What do you want to do?
Get the fuck off of me! That's what I'm going to say. now the vortex is saying, let go of the halfling! it has like a visual shift. It was like here, and that's like just looking like that. Is he gonna let me go? What the hell?
No, he's gonna grapple you. So give me a strength contested roll.
Come on, there we go.
Oh, you rolled an 18.
Just a straight strength roll?
Yeah, you gotta be 18. Ooh, alright, so you are able to get out from underneath him somehow. You just wriggle your way out, but you are not invisible. What do you want to do? But you do escape his attempts to grapple you.
Quick question, by the way. If Bryn was looking carefully because he did see manacles. Are they still glowing once the boy is dead?
Yes.
Okay, they're still glowing.
Yes.
I will yell at Caldivar, like, Caldivar, stop! It's done.
And he will look at you, and then he'll look at Finley, and he's going to give you a huge shove. He's going to push you off the podium. You can try to dex out of the way or try to strength contest it, but he's attempting to just give as much distance between the platform and you, just to shove you off of it.
Who, me?
Yeah, who? Finley or
Finley.
Oh.
Yeah,
Finley.
I was about to say, like,
no, he's
Jesus fuck.
no. Yeah, he's pushing Finley.
Yeah. Can I all athletics against the big fucker? I don't give a shit.
Okay. I don't have a stat for him, so I have to roll him.
Some nuts shit.
Cockeyed. Okay.
Is that athletics or like for shoving?
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, you definitely beat him. Alright, so he goes to shove you, and in the process of it, you're able to, if you want, you can knock him over.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay, so he throws all of his heavy plated armor weight into you, and you're able to kind of like pull his arm and continue his body weight, and he falls prone onto his knees. Yeah. And so you're now like behind, like, you know, in a dominant position over him. What do you want to do?
The cloud will laugh. The cloud will laugh.
Okay.
And I will look at Caldivar and say, this isn't right. All of you know, and I'll look at everyone. You all know this isn't right. You claim to stand for justice and the goddesses, and a wee little boy died here for no good reason. No justice was done here today. And then I'll dimension door the fuck out of here.
Okay. Okay. So your body is now gone. Caldivar's looking around for you. He doesn't see you with his true sight. Tavara will, the whole time while you were trying to intervene, she didn't do anything. She was just standing there overseeing everything. She saw everything that happened. She steps forward on the podium and says, I hope this is evidence for any doubters that the justice of the goddesses is absolute, and the will of the temple cannot be stopped. It is fate.
Oh, that cloud can go away when I poof out.
Okay.
I'll lean into Tavaria. I'll whisper to her, you and I need each other right now. But trust me, one day, it's gonna be you on that fucking block.
Oh, shit.
And you still have the Heart of Darkness look in your eyes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't.
She will attempt.
It's just completely serious, like, Kurt's in the fucking, like, middle of a battlefield, like, fuck you, like,
right.
Glaskin.
She'll take a couple steps forward, and she'll bend over, and she grabs the hood that you took off, and she'll kind of toss it into your arms, and she'll say, you did well today, Kurtz. the temple is pleased.
You will support us in the battlefield?
I gave you my word that it's the temple is to protect. You don't have to be happy, but you are compliant and obedient and follow the temple law. We don't ask anyone to want to do it. It's just, you know, obedience, and you were able to do that. So you can be angry with me, Kurtz. I completely understand. From what I heard, Timmy was a dear friend, but you put your personal feelings aside and obeyed the temple's command, and for that, we're very proud of you. And she will...
I'm a soldier, Tabaria. It's my job.
You may be the best one I've ever met, Kurtz. And she will turn and start to walk away. Caldevar will get up off his knees, and he will make a command, and the other guards will gather up Timmy. The the ones who ushered him in will come up, and they'll put the manacles back on themselves. One of them will have a discreet container for the head, and he'll be carrying that. But then the other the guards will be carrying Timmy's body off, still shackled, and they are going to start making their way back to the temple. And the onlookers, some are very proud to see justice happen, and some are indifferent, and some are very sad to see a child get killed. But nobody has spoken up or rallied behind your display, Finley. And we will go on our next break. And when we come back, we'll see what you guys want to do. And when we come back, we're going to be giving away another 500 loyalty points to everybody who's watching. So don't miss that. We'll be right back.
God, it was such a great plan.
Comes up, I just do one of these deals where it's just like
jumping all over your body. You'll see the vendor just cracking up.
She's not just a client to me, Your Honor, but she's a near and dear, true friend. And
I don't have really any spells left, so I'm just gonna start going. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to just keep blowing.
You got like little joints that they just suck into or something, and they slide in with friction. Or if there's maybe like I can make you some cream, Finley. You can dip your tongue in it. You'll be fine.
second bear.
He's fine. He's like, I don't care about shit. No disadvantage to this magic bullcrap. Missiles again.
You have to breathe. You can try using one.
That's not
a good idea.
I'm actually
gonna reach out and pull out the divinity symbol from my shirt and just sort of like, this is an unholy place.
Yep.
This is the epitome of handling an animal. You're free falling. That's what.
Your heart can heal if you just let it.
So, okay, how are we gonna work this here?
A fair price for a fair bargain of such rare and majestic items. Wouldn't you?
What's your total damage?
25 total.
Woo!
That's a big hit, dude.
That is an eyeball piercer.
Shit.
And then grab onto the wings and try to glide it into the ground.
Yes.
Okay. She'll slam her staff into the ground and she'll say, Caldevar, then I order you to arrest Cain in the name of the High Temple, and we will end all of session 0. So good job, guys. Well played.
Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool, grab a pint, as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the Horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone can be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Ah, salutations. I am Rin Enoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets, my manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the Horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the Horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need, a sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
All right, we coming through? We are back. Thanks everyone for sticking with us, and everyone who stayed through the break. We got 500 loyalty points we'll add to you guys. And
500.
there we go. So yeah, so that you guys can spend those loyalty points on health potions and inspiration points for the players or for myself. They are in the store. It's in the lower right-hand corner, so you guys can interact with the game. Alrighty, so Kurtz dropped the sword, ending Timmy. The guards, Tavaria and Keldevar, are all taking his body back to the temple. The onlookers are all starting to disperse. You guys are still apart from Kurtz. Kurtz is still on the podium. And Kurtz, you have people that you see. No one else can see them, but you are aware of their presence, and they manifest around you, and you start to see a new one start to take shape, and a new one appears.
Before I acknowledge it, I'll stop Caldivar and point out Aaron. Like, that's the boy I was telling you about.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he'll actually turn and start talking to Aaron.
And then after I point him out, I'm just going to sit in, like, the puddle of blood. Like, just right in front of the, like, chopping block and just sort of, like, dead-eye stare at it.
Okay.
Oh, he is taking his sweet time to get back to... Finley, where's Finley?
How the hell should I know? He poofed.
I guess 500 feet, DM. Like, I guess kind of. I know we were down here-ish, right?
So at first you guys were up here. The execution took place down here, closer to the water.
All right, I'll poof myself. Do we know anything in this general area? Back in here?
Yeah, that's gonna be across the wall, so nobody would see you if you went over there.
Yeah, I'll just say I kind of went that direction.
On the inside of the city limits. Okay.
What? Oh, brilliant! Now I have to wait for them, and the body is getting away. This is just brilliant.
So Tavar and all the guards are heading back towards the northwest gate. Caldivar is talking with Aaron. Kurtz is sitting on the block, or on the platform where the block is. Finley is gone. What do you two want to do?
Where are they, Ergra?
Well, we know where one of them are. However, the other one is rather AWOL at the moment. So, tell you what. Why don't you stick around or do whatever magic stuff you have to find Finley, or make sure that he's safe is probably a better option. I'll go gather up Kurtz.
Well, I have no means of finding Finley!
You have two of you and a little floaty thing.
A floaty thing?
A little pug ugly thing.
Pudge? I have Oculus.
Pugly.
Sure.
A pugly thing.
Well,
it's like a demon with the face of a pug.
At the moment, I think Nier is still guarding that husk. So,
nah, Rodriguez got that.
I'll just continue yelling, going, Finley! Finley, where are you? Finley!
I'm gonna walk over up to Kurtz.
No answer.
I'll just like take a knee next to him.
Kurt's just kind of just sitting in the puddle of blood, just staring at the block.
They're probably a fairly familiar tableau for you.
Execution?
Death.
Or sitting in blood?
Death.
Hmm. It's never the same each time.
When you first met me, you said you actually could remember every single time. That sounds... I mean, I can't even comprehend that. I can't recall every single one of my kills.
Do they not walk with you in the waking world?
You're talking about the spirits that follow you? No, they don't.
Consider yourself lucky.
There's an old ritual my mom taught me, and it's actually supposed to ward off the spirits of the dead who would haunt us, who want retribution. I mean, I've never had this problem, but I can't say it would actually work for someone who has that problem.
They don't want retribution from me, Argra. They want to remind me.
Well, reminding you is one thing, but do they want you to learn a lesson? If they do, what is it?
They want me to remember how and why I took their lives. And then at night, they'll ask me why it was worth it. Sometimes I have an answer, sometimes I don't. And I'll just sort of gesture, but now, one more spirit asks me why. And now it's a young child who I raised and fed and clothed. Someday you'll be there. Someday Finley. Someday Ren. You'll all just be ghosts on the peripherals of my mind.
Is there some reason why you think that you can't die?
Oh, I can die. Just no one's been capable of it yet. Better men than me have fallen to the blade. But here I am. So you'll be there, and Finley will be there. Ren over there. Tavaria. Ivan. Caldivar. Until my dying day, you'll ask me why I didn't save you. That is what I'm here for, Argra.
Well, I hate to kick you off your high horse, but I'd like to think I have better things to do with my afterlife than asking you questions first.
Yeah. Do you?
With my afterlife, I'd like to think I'd see my mom again. I don't suppose you see a fully orc woman in your crowd.
Many.
Well, I know for a fact that you didn't kill her.
Do you?
I really do, because I saw it happen.
Oh. I walk up to... I can't find Finley and...
I'll sort of hike myself off the ground, sort of shrug my shoulders. Don't worry, Urgra. The only reason you're one of my ghosts is if I kill you. And to be honest, I don't think I will.
Is that a compliment?
Have either of you seen Finley?
We've been standing about 20 feet away from you, Rin, talking to each other. You think that we have seen the little halfling that poofed away 10 minutes ago.
It beats me. I mean, Kurtz, did you see anything?
I'll just look at him with, like, dead eyes. And just stare at him. Heart of darkness.
I'm going to bend down and get a little bit of Timmy's blood.
Okay.
And just put it in a little vial I have.
Okay. Done.
And then I'm going to start doing some tracking for our favorite halfling bard.
Okay.
Good luck. I mean, there's no trail.
I'm a ranger.
Okay. So, are you wanting to go, like, out in the wilderness or back into the city to do this? What do you want to do?
What can I do? I don't have to look at person or anything like that.
Hey, yo, Rodriguez! You seen a halfling?
That commune with nature, that would work. I mean, all I have is survival checks.
Okay.
But there's no trail.
I will assist.
Yeah, there's not really anything to be tracking at this moment.
I probably, if it was me, I'd go into the woods, and so that's where I would start looking.
Can I do an Arcana check to sort of try and discern what kind of spell he used?
I mean, you could try, but you're not really a spellcaster. You're not familiar with the possibilities.
Yeah.
If you crit, I'll give it to you, but anything other than that, I mean...
I'll ask Rin to help me.
For what?
Well, I'll explain sort of how Finley disappeared and sort of converge with you on what kind of spell that might have been.
Oh, so you did see him. For goodness sake, you people don't speak.
I was standing on the podium. I just massacred a child.
Well, oh, good. So you admitted that he was a massacre or a murder. No, anyways, fine. What? So he disappeared. Probably he used conjuration of some sorts, is my guess. If that usually does it.
You could do an Arcana check if you want, Rin. With
well, by description, I just...
Kurt's describing it, but...
Well, I'll tell you what. I have a 16. Let's see what happens. 19. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. You definitely... Yeah, you wouldn't know what spell or where it would lead to or anything like that. You might know.
I do have the spell in my arsenal.
Okay, so the description you would think... Okay, so you would know what he used then. But yeah, as far as where he went or anything, like, no, you have no idea.
Yeah, if he dimension doored like I did when we captured the stag, if he did that, he could be anywhere within 500 feet somewhere. He could be in the city, in the forest, in Ivan's Cape for all I know.
All right. I say we just go back to where we last met, so the site of your mansion. That's where he probably would meet us. Eventually, if nothing else.
I'm going to...
We can ask the runners, or any runners that we meet, if they see him, to send him there.
I will quickly summon Orion, my little owl familiar, and just tell him to quickly fly up, and if he spots Finley anywhere, just to let me know.
Oh, okay. Okay. It'll take a little while for him to find, to look, but eventually I would assume... well, Finley, what are you trying to do?
So Finley would have teleported inside the city walls, and yeah, that's where I was going. I was going back to the mansion, but at a very slow, gingerly, somber pace, not just head down and walking.
Okay, so eventually Orion will come back and report, that Finley is heading off in the direction that you guys were talking about going anyway, so...
I will peel off from the back. And go and check on my order.
Okay. So I actually have something for that, but it's going to be in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so if you go to look for him, he won't be there, but, tomorrow. I know you've been asking about it, so yeah, in the morning.
I really do not appreciate this, because letting you go off to kill an innocent child.
Would you have rather gone to prison?
I would have rather justice be served properly, not this tyrannical dictatorship of hers.
Why do you care, Rin? You care nothing for the child. You care nothing for the law. You're going to live far beyond where this city will stand. What is it to you? Why do you even care about the day-to-day proceedings of one life after the next of humans?
Because you humans do far more damage to the world than anyone cares to admit, and at the same time, I live in this world too, and I would like to think that some things, as justice and goodness, are universal amongst all sentient creatures.
Well, maybe if your kind cared more, you wouldn't be nearly extinct.
You think we are extinct? Okay.
I've slayed hundreds of elves. You're the first one I've seen in decades.
That's because
so either A, you're extinct, or you hide in the mountains or in the forest, afraid of interacting with the world and what's going on around you because you lived for so long. Do you think you can outwait the horsemen? Do you think you can outlive them? They will come for you eventually, just like they will come for the giants, just like they'll come for the dwarves or the tabaxi or the humans.
And yet you are lecturing me here, who is right beside you, ready to fight them.
I'm not lecturing you, Rin. I'm asking you why you weren't there on the battlefield with me 20 years ago. I'm asking you why you haven't fought against the horsemen before, when clearly you understand magic that I will never comprehend. Is it cowardice? Is it your own pathetic need to live for thousands of years? What?
It is because there are purposes far grander and greater than your petty desire to spill blood.
No, my desire to spill blood Interesting. Interesting. And what about all the lives you could have saved? With your magic. With your training. With your skill.
I do love how you criticize me, the one who had to achieve the study of magic without any guidance or any help from the revenants. Those are the ones who hold the magic. Those are the ones who keep it in check and in line and refuse to share its knowledge to the rest of humanity and other races alike. So you choose to criticize me and my own studies to eventually better myself and to find ways to try and improve what I see around me, to record what has been going on so that all could see the truth of all the terrible injustice and wrongdoings in this world. You assume that I myself am becoming a belittled, selfish, worthless kind of wizard of some sort. Well, I tell you, Kurtzglaskin, I have done my best to better myself and make sure that what I do is for the greater good of this world and those who live in it. And whether or not you choose to see the injustice that lives here in the heart of this city, that is down to you.
Do you not think I know the injustice I just incorporated into my own life? I'm still wiping the blood of a child I loved and cared for off my blade, so that I could give us a better chance against the Horsemen. That's why I did it. To save us, to save humanity.
What is there to save when you give in your principles of justice and good and allow evil to reign anyways?
Then I am damned, and I will accept that damnation. But these people, these children, the other ones that I look after, these people within this city that we try to protect, we suffer for them. I kill for them. Even those that I care about, I kill for them.
You just don't see past killing as a solution, I think, Kurtz.
And what would you have done? Mocked Alundra until she's put you into a smear in the dirt?
Tavara?
Alundra, Tavaria, whatever.
Yeah, that's okay. I didn't mean to break it, I'm sorry.
One of them bitches.
I just didn't want any viewers to get confused. You're good.
Yeah, go. You're good.
You are powerful, Rin and Aran, but that woman, whether or not she's right or wrong, she commands the power of the goddesses. She leads armies. She leads the faith of these people, and we need her in the upcoming days if we're even to stand a chance against Horsemen. You're thinking in years. I'm thinking in centuries, and that is not how we need to be thinking. I am human. I will die in the next 10, 20 years if I'm lucky. You're gonna live for centuries, and you need to figure out if you're here for humanity or if you're here for your race.
I am here for every life.
Then act like it.
Fine, then. And I continue walking forward, looking for Finley.
Okay. So you guys will start to make your way towards where the magnificent mansion was, and so we said that the bee carcass was taken to Ivan's manor.
And the stinger, I believe.
Okay. And then Urgra said she wanted the stinger, right?
Oh well, whatever. Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, if the husk is moving, Nier is following because they just said keep an eye on it. So he's just like
a
lost puppy going wherever it goes.
Okay, so the lost puppy and the bee carcass will be at the manor, but you guys won't be aware of that unless he communicates that to you. So you guys make your way over to the mansion. Where the mansion is going to be, and there is the stinger laying on the ground from your posses. But the mansion is gone. Were you wanting to reconjure it?
Well, I was looking for. Is Finley there? Is he?
Yeah, he's gonna be. Yeah.
So Finley would have went back to where the door was, and would be silently waiting there for you, like sitting on a stump or a rock or whatever, just silently waiting. Very somber.
Okay.
There you are. Finley, where the hell did you get off to? Finley! Finley!
I'll sort of just walk over to Finley and pat him on the shoulder. Thank you for trying.
What? Trying what?
I mean, it wasn't enough.
Honestly, Finley, nothing would have been enough.
Did you two have a secret plan all this time?
Yes.
Well, what was it?
Well, the Timmy would have been executed by my hand.
Timmy.
We would have taken the body and resurrected it.
Yes, I'm aware of this plan, Kurtz, and we already told you about the kink in it, because obviously you have to obtain this body prior to this ritual.
Yes, you told me as I was on the block.
Well, do we need to get the body now, then?
No.
So you wish to let it lie?
Timmy is dead, Ren. The most important thing is that our alliance with the temple remains held. Stealing from them will only implicate us and turn you all into criminals.
A fine state of affairs. Well, I suppose you'd like me to create the manor once more?
Do what you want.
I think we could all use a bit of shut-eye, and to be quite honest, I'm not really in much of a talking mood.
Very well, then.
You have the manor, Ren, if nothing else, for each of us to have our own rooms in different wings.
Very well. And I begin to slowly incant, and then make the door appear, allowing us four to enter.
Okay. So we didn't have we didn't have the manor available before, but we do now. So you guys can use this during downtime. You can go wherever you want. So the stairs going up will lead to your private rooms. All this area here on this first floor is all common shared area, so you guys can talk about stuff or not. You can explore, you can just go up to the rooms, whatever you guys want to do. There are the unseen servants, or the bluish figures everywhere. So you guys can either, you know, I'm not saying you have to take time to do anything, you know, with this map, but if you want to, you guys can. What do you guys want to do?
Is there like a training room?
Well, explore. See if you can find something that works for what you're looking for.
I don't know.
Without words, Finley Shenanigans will walk up the stairs and go into his room.
Okay.
Till the wee morn.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Rin's gonna quietly go to a place that he knows for a study, a little sanctuary, a quiet concept. It's where he cast his simulacrum. It's kind of like a botanical area, sort of thing.
On the eastern side, there's botanical-y areas.
Okay. But yeah, so he's gonna go there, but he is going to be thinking, and he's going to pull out his book, and he's going to start to look up all the information he had got about the white stag.
Okay.
So he's just going to be poring over and studying it for a little time, because right now what he's trying to do is he's trying to see if he can understand the creature fully, because he took a lot of notes, analyzed it, studied its anatomy, its behavior, and its origin. So how much of a grasp does Rin have on what the creature is? Like, how much does he know of it?
So you could come to, with what you know, you would maybe think that they, as a species, maybe originated from where you're from, in some way, shape, or form. But you didn't ever see these creatures where you're from, but it maybe tapped into more of the religious side of the Fae.
Okay, but do I know enough of the creature to perhaps like know it enough to make it or manifest it?
Oh, probably.
Okay. After studying for a little bit, then he will go to each person's room and do like wherever they are, and just kind of knock, and just say,
"Do you want to build a snowman?"
But I will.
No way, Brayden. Okay.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, I will knock around and just go to each one. So I'll go with Finley first. So Finley, would you like to see something beautiful and something nice before we call it a night?
From inside the door, you hear this. I'll open the door.
Just careless whisper.
Yeah. In the background, yeah, there's like candles and shit. It's like a standard array in the room. I will look up at you, Rin, and not crying, but definitely have like the teary eyes go and be like, maybe some other time.
I'm about to breathe life into the world, Finley.
I couldn't save a life earlier. I don't really know how much death in the life I can in an evening. So
we got someone who redeemed by filling an inspiration point.
Hey!
Dilly.
Gerwin.
Back to sadness.
Awesome. Thanks, brother.
I'm going to provide King a mate.
Fuck. All right, hold on.
Do you wish to see it?
I'll just walk out and I'll close the door behind me. I'm standing in the hallway with you.
All right, let's go to Urgra and then Urgra.
Yes.
Would you like to accompany me to see King?
I'll keep my head out and see Finley and Ren. Sure, let's go.
Let's just go to Kurtz to be nice. Though I don't really feel like talking to him right now. I'm at least enough of the manners within me. On that Kurtz. If he's in the training room, I'll just knock on the pillar. If that's where you're at.
Is there a fucking training room? I'm lost.
I'm trying to see what could work for that.
I'll just find the unseen server and I'm like, is there a big open space?
All right, we could use this area. So go north, straight up.
Can you just move me there?
Oh, yeah. So this area with the black things, we could just say those are training.
And then I will
apparatuses.
Say, how many of you can I get in this room?
There's 100 of them at your disposal. So however many could fit, in here.
50.
I guess, yeah.
And I'll just ask them, can you die?
Ren, can they die? I don't think they can.
I don't know. I mean, if they are concealed,
what are you doing to my servants?
I mean, if they're unseen servants, they technically have health points. So when you reduce them, they pop away. So I don't know.
They could simulate it.
I mean, if they can simulate dying, that's fine.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
So, happy dagger.
Kurtz will get me some cannon and just fly into he'll just pull the fucking hood over his head and just fly into a rage. So when you find him, you'll just see like tears streaming down his face, and him just screaming and plowing through this room, like hewing one after the other in like the most brutal fashion you've ever seen him.
Oh, this is lovely. Finley, do you think I should ask him, or should I leave him be?
Finley is silently watching that.
I don't think this is a good time for him.
Alright, I'll let him have his moment. I will turn away from this.
Okay.
And I'll head to King with just these things. I will leave a mention. I'll tell one of the unseen servants to write a note for me and leave it for Kurtz for him to see that he'll know where we are.
Okay, so who's all leaving?
Everyone but me.
Okay. All right, so you three depart. Was there anything else you were wanting to do besides what you're doing before you go to bed, Kurtz?
I'm gonna do that until I pass out.
Okay. Okay.
Solid.
Fair enough.
Go to the pen.
All right, so we'll say the up here is where the mansion is. I'm just trying to, because we're starting to do a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just man, mansion. I think I spelled it right. Oops. There we go. Okay. So you guys can either cut through the forest around the outside, or you can go in through the northwest gate and then back out the northeast gate. But either way, so you make your way over to the Stag area, which is on the far right.
Has Ivan set up a good selection of people? Are they working, guarding, or does he have a little bit of an employment staff there?
Yeah, there's about 3 of them there, yeah.
Okay. Just, they say. I would like to go inside, please, if you excuse me.
Yep, it's free passage for anyone. You can just come and go as you please.
That's quite shameful. You should make sure to not let anyone in unless you make sure that they are not going to do any harm to the creature. Please, up security.
We will pass the word along.
Good. Thank you.
Okay.
And in we go. And I will look for King if he's anywhere nearby.
Yeah, he's prancing around, eating some oats. Yeah.
All right.
All that shit.
Hail, King.
And you'll see him, you know, like, now that someone's viewing him, he'll go back to his stoic pose and he'll come prancing towards you and he'll kind of, like, be looking for your hands to see if you have anything for him to eat.
No, I'm afraid I did not gather any more berries at this time. I still told them to gather some for you, but I shall come to that later. I'm sorry. King,
I got good berries. I am poor on them.
Okay, so he'll start munching on you, but he's listening.
All right, well, thank you, Virgo. I need to have a moment, if you don't mind. If you could just wait by the pen, the feeding area over there for just a moment, please.
And, like, if Urgra is feeding him and, like, walks that way, yeah, then he'll follow you over there, yeah.
All right, thank you. Now just stay there, King, if you don't mind, and I will head towards the wood area.
Okay.
He's got his little wooden area.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look for a tree that is at least of equivalent size to King.
Okay.
And once I find it, I will look at it for a moment and then begin to study it and go, good enough. All right, Finley, Urgra, are you ready?
Considering I have no idea what you're doing, yes.
You've seen me do this before. And I slowly begin the long incantation of True Polymorph, and I transform the tree object into a female white stag.
I like it.
Okay. And so King hasn't taken notice yet because he's still munching on the other couple berries. The doe, she starts to manifest, and it takes her a moment to figure out where she is and what's going on. This is the first time she's had life, so, you know, like, there's no backstory to her. So she's trying to get orientated to the area, and she notices you standing there.
Hello, I know you are friendly to me, part of the thing, but hello. Come here.
And she'll come forward, and she's much smaller than the size of King, but still much bigger than a regular deer.
Hello, welcome to the world. I've brought you to life, and I was hoping that perhaps you might enjoy living the beautiful life of this glorious beast. And there is a lovely stag just over there who's dying to meet you. And
she won't understand what you're saying, but she'll kind of like come closer and bring her neck into like under your arm, so that way you're kind of like petting her, and she's trying to like a deer's version of a hug to a person.
I think we need to have a little bit of a conversation. One moment, and I will just quickly burn a spell slot just to make it fast, and I will cast. Oh, I can't. I only have it learned as ritual. Okay, I have to ritually cast like a 10 minutes.
Okay.
And I'll do telepathic bond with
Okay.
the creature and everybody, so everyone can start to understand each other.
Okay. All right. So the bond is initiated. She is, an infant for, intellectually. But there is that bond that you guys had with King. It's going to be very similar.
All right, and I'll try to extend it to King as well. But then I'll just say like, all right, there we go. Hello. Yes. So there's someone who's very interested in meeting you. Please this way.
And once you get King into the bond, he's going to take notice of the bond is also with the doe, and like he prances, it like catches his attention, and he starts to quickly run over towards you guys.
Oh, there we go. See, isn't that lovely, Finley? There we go.
And then King will come along and like he'll do like a shocked double take, and he'll kind of like stand up and like start sniffing the air, and he'll make his way over to the doe, and they'll start like sniffing and kind of like walking around each other, and he starts like smelling on her butt.
Great. But yes, so now we've delivered on our promise. King has a companion.
Okay, and they'll start to like kind of like be checking each other out, and like, like you look like me but you're not me, like who are you, kind of like feeling each other out, and then eventually they'll kind of start walking side by side together and kind of pushing on each other, and they'll start like King will start to kind of speed up his pace, and she'll kind of match it, and he'll kind of speed up, and then before you know it, they start running around the exterior border, the circle of the sanctuary you guys made.
That's truly remarkable, Rin. That's he looks happy. He looks. Well, I mean, at least someone might be getting late tonight. That's.
Well, thanks for going to that point. But yes, it's lovely to see something good come out of today.
And as we're sitting there watching the White Stag reunion here, I'm going to sit here as we watch, as Erger and Rin and I sit here and watch these magnificent creatures. I'm going to say...
Crikey.
That's a big camera. Look at it, prancing through the wood. Majestic. I'm going to say, I got to be quite honest with you. I've done a little bit of thinking here, and what the fuck are we what the fuck are we doing all this for? I mean, let me explain what I mean. Recent events here, we had our friend Lilash, and we tried to save her, and I mean, did we really even save Lilash in the end? I mean, yeah, sure, she's alive, but I mean, what life does she really have anymore? And I didn't want to intervene tonight here, Rin. I really didn't. After I gave it some thoughts, after everything, it didn't seem like there was any other way than to let it just run its course and be done with it. And I'll look over at Rin and say, I mean, truth be told, Wizard, your words inspired the bard today.
Oh.
And I'll just kind of look down again. I try to be a hero. I really do. But I'm not. I failed, and Kurt's trusted me, and I failed him too.
I wish you would have told me you had a plan in this sense. I had no idea you were going to go off and do that. I thought you would trust me to do this, or tell Ergra at least. I mean, you seem to be closer with Ergra than me.
That's not true at all, Ren. I'm close with all of you in all our different ways, in unique ways. Different bonds we have with each other, and truth be told here, I'm no hero at all. I'm a fake, I'm a fraud. If I can't save a boy... whether he did wrong or not, and took a life, we're going to really stand for something better than the way we were presented this world. If we're going to leave it better than where we found it, I mean, where's the justice in all of that?
I agree.
Finley, what is a hero in your eyes?
Someone who stands up for truth and justice and honor. There's no honor in that. This goddesses and coming and going and horsemen coming and going. I'll say it again. I mean, what the fuck are we even doing this for? I mean, man, I appreciate you bringing me out here and you know, giving King the Queen, you know, but and
I suppose that would be a fitting name for it.
Little halfling tears start to come down now. Starting to really see the point in all this, to be quite honest with you.
Well, Finley, I can only speak for myself. But the people who raised me, they've been under a curse for a very long time. And since the last Horseman came, we have found something that has given us hope. And that has never happened before in living memory. And so I am finally participating in one of these battles against the Horsemen, because I don't want to see that hope extinguished.
I'll look back down to the ground again.
Do you have a reason, Finley? Something tells me it's more than just you wanting to be Candoria's most famous bard.
Wow. You know, truth be told here, the Horsemen are bringing the death and destruction that we all foresee them to bring. I mean, the whole reason for me fighting was to protect those who can't protect themselves, and there's really no point in being the world's greatest bard if there's no one to sing your praises. There's really no world worth fighting for if it's just going to be more of the same shite we're presented here with this evening. So I just don't know.
I just wish I knew more about the temple laws here. It doesn't seem to make much sense. How on earth did she even become, you know, the next divine priestess? Because the goddesses chose me. What proof is there? What actual, you know, means did she have a reason for ascension? Let alone the actual, you know, legitimacy of her judgments. I don't quite understand this.
Well, she certainly doesn't have the eyes.
Yep, it's true.
I don't know. I honestly don't believe that she is the best candidate to stay as where she's at, but I don't know of anyone else who could substitute in either besides Alundra, but of course, off she went, wherever that was.
I think that Rin bringing up Alundra, I mean, you can be in whatever state you're in, Finley, but I think that that would give you something else to also be thinking about.
Yeah, right. I was gonna... Okay.
Okay, no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
You know, when I was...
I'll shut up.
No, you're good. Oh, man,
no, you're good. No, I was kidding.
You're the DM. You don't have to shut up for nobody.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'll eat popcorn.
No, you're good. You know, Rin, when I was a wee little halfling, growing up in my wee little town of Kickapoo, I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's a spit net, really.
I think I might have heard of it. Maybe visited. Either way.
Small town, but when I was a wee boy, my whole infatuation with the goddess, divine priestess of Alundra, happened the first time I saw her. And truth be told, the first time it was a little wishy-washy. I was more or less just thinking with other parts of me than my brain at that point. But she came back a couple times throughout the years, and every time she came back, she talked of unity and truth and justice. And I mean, you want to talk about hope, but I look over at Urgra. I mean, hope is the words that came out of her mouth and every sense of it, but... And I'll sit back for a little bit, actually, now. You know, you bring up a good point, too, Rin. I mean... And Ardra. If this is what the temple is all about now, then it's not how it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps maybe there's more that we need to look into. We might have a bit of a conundrum on our hands before the Horsemen even get here with this whole temple situation. Something just doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right. The whole stink of it, really.
Well, you'll have no arguments from me. Urgra?
I'm not the biggest fan of civilization in general. Wasn't really raised on it. But thus far I've heard Rin and even you a little bit, Finley, say that there are things that are wrong, but not really giving any solutions.
Well, that's a problem there, isn't it? And speaking of solutions, I'm going to look around to make sure we are the only fucking three people.
Yeah. Well, there's the three that are tending to the stags, but they're probably more like wandering with the deer, watching their romance blossom.
You know, perhaps bringing some hope back. You know, no one really knows why the goddesses left. No one really knows why Alundra left. And no one really knows why Tavari and all her scallywags came to power, but perhaps maybe that might be a solution worth looking into. It might not be popular by demand, but... And I'm not saying to overthrow a temple overnight or nothing, but... And again, I'm looking around to make sure...
Yeah,
maybe,
no, there's nobody around, yeah.
I've never gone up against goddesses and priestesses in a temple before, but...
Well, funny enough, Nier did convey one thing to me from Miss Honey. She did say that there are those who do not agree with the priestess Tavaria and have actually gone into hiding. Perhaps one of them might be more willing to be a suitable replacement for her if she was dethroned.
Perhaps the solution is a different perspective. And a different perspective is perhaps a different person in the chair, if you will. Again, I've never gone up against temples and priestesses and divine essences before, but...
Well, perhaps Kurtz might be a bit more knowledgeable when it comes to the temple law. Maybe perhaps he knows of the legitimate ways for it to be questioned as to her legitimacy, maybe. I mean, or at least how she came to be, you know, a high priestess. I mean, it just seems very peculiar how there's no real general knowledge, I suppose, in this. I figured it'd be something everyone could, you know, reliably say, oh yes, this is the just way. This is how the temple's always been. It's always had this, you know, sense of honor and decency and just fairness.
I think you're right, Ren, in saying that Kurtz, well, I can at least say that Kurtz and Tavara they have history. Although as far as her ascension, I think that our best bet would be to try and contact one of these people who are in hiding.
Well, maybe we should seek one of them out in the morning. See if we can find something about this. But at the same time, I don't know if I should let that body lie or if we should try anything.
I think at this point, a rallying cry for us might be to remember the injustice done to poor Timmy here. Keep it right in the front, not even at the side, right in the front.
The frontal cortex.
You want it to be a marker?
Occipital lobe. That's the back.
Something just stinks here, and the more I think about it, the more I don't like where my thought processes are taking me, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's for the right reasons. So, perhaps
JC, kick on.
Perhaps further conversations might be better had inside the mansion behind closed doors.
Yes, I suppose that would be true.
Okay.
And as we walk back, I want to try to say hi to King, or at least wave to him. I don't know if he'll fucking acknowledge my existence.
You have a telepathic bond with him.
That's true.
Oh, we all do?
We all do.
Fuck! I'm not going to interrupt, but I'm
It's just careless whisper on a loop in his head.
So you're picking up, because they're both in the bond too, but it was more just emotions. You're really starting to pick up the Twitter-pation back and forth.
I will as I walk away, I will just like kind of whisper. I don't know, is it for everyone, or can I just focus on one person?
I think it's like an open comms link.
Yeah. All right, I'll just say, "Hey, big guy," and hopefully he looks over, and I'll just give him a wink. I will give him a bardic inspiration.
Yes! He'll stop, he'll look over it, and kind of like one claw just kind of, and then he'll...
Right.
Yeah, go off to...
Get him, big fella. You could probably leave them to it then, right?
Yes, I would think that's a good idea. I'm ashamed to say though that for at least an hour we will still be able to hear for their thoughts. So try to keep the sound if you can for the moment. Oh, the turtle.
Yeah, yeah, he caught it.
Hey man, it's not game, it's 5-way.
I'm not upset. No. I'm not upset by it. I'm more intrigued than ever.
He turns up the volume.
We cannot escape the mental orgy, but yes.
Right.
Frank, can you make a visual link?
Maybe we'll pick up a thing or two. Who knows? You know?
He is the king.
I will just...
As we walk back, I did want to look over at Urgra as we're all kind of walking back to the door together. Urgra, I don't want to, breeze past what you said a bit ago, and I appreciate your kind words, but you never really mentioned anything about your home or your tribes or your family or kin, and certainly nothing about a curse. I mean, hope is certainly a valuable thing in this world that we're fighting for, but what's going on back home as we're walking?
My home life was rather complicated in that it got uprooted several times before it finally settled down. But as far as the curse and everything, I've been thinking about it. And if you guys would like, I think I'd like to introduce you to my family.
All right.
I mean, I'd be honored.
Are you guys dating? Like,
I would be.
Dad, this is the one. That's okay.
I suck poison out of his arm. He's a keeper.
We're both paralyzed together. I mean,
I'd be more than honored. Urgra, family's important, and you're part of our group now. And
HotA fam.
Yeah. We'd be. I can't speak for everyone, but I mean, I'd be more than happy to.
I'd appreciate it. I mean, this may be the last chance I have to say goodbye to them before I die in battle. So,
that's probably important.
And then if you guys want to do journey to where you're from, I mean, I totally understand it. I'd want to go with you as well.
No, you probably you can't go where I would go. No, we'll never go to where I go. No, not at all.
This wouldn't happen to be anything to do with your trancing, would it?
No, this has more to do with the fact that if I return, I could never leave again, and they don't really accept non-elves inside, so yes, that's out of the question.
How about you, Finley?
I mean, I haven't been home in a long time. Perhaps. 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 One family reunion at a time. Why don't we start with yours?
By the way, as we are leaving, I will quickly just do a quick message and say, if you don't mind, my dear, we would think that you should be King's Queen, and Queen should be a name for you, and please enjoy yourselves and your life to the fullest.
Okay.
For the next 3 days that it'll last.
A lot of boinking. Get it all out.
And I think that's a good place to end.
Yeah, I got one more thing to fucking do in this session. Goddamn.
Yeah, there's one more thing I also want to do real quick. But...
Okay.
So we'll walk back into the mansion and we'll...
Into the mansion. What are you doing? Or does yours wait till morning?
Mine? Yeah, I gotta go meet a guy about a thing.
Meet a guy about a horse.
Real quick.
When we go up to bed and everything, I will just politely nod to my friends as I journey into my fucking bedroom.
But just before we all wake up the next day, Rin is going to do one last spell, and he's going to cast Dream, and he's going to focus it on Tavaria.
Okay.
Boy, that's a bold move.
And what does that do?
It basically invades her dream, creates a landscape, an effect, illusion, basically whatever environment he wants it to be in. The target is unaware of who the person is, that there's no way that she could tie it into me.
Okay.
But when I have this setting go up, I come in as a messenger, and I appear however I wish to appear, and I can utter 10 words to her.
Okay.
And then those words, she will have perfect memory of the dream the next morning, and then she has to make a wisdom save. If she fails it, the echo of the of this terrible kind of nightmare will plague her for a few days. And
what's the DC on it?
It'd be a DC of 19, I believe, or 18. 18.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
But yes. So I'm going to create an environment where it's the temple, a completely empty, hollow temple with her there. And as she just stands there for a while, I will eventually have the ceiling completely get ripped apart and torn asunder as a holy light comes down and 3 divine silhouettes appear in the sky of the goddesses, and a small beacon will come down. And from the beacon, I will be as the messenger. I will appear as a Lundra.
Okay.
Coming forward to her in this stern, terrible, furious, just quiet anger, not really like shouting or anything, but the sounds around it boom for a moment until she just basically arrives right in front of her, and then as the sounds of anger and fury and storms and thunder just go around, she just utters a tiny whisper, and the whisper is heard perfectly, but it's spoken in such a very harsh, quiet, kind of, judgmental, like, how dare you sort of tone.
Okay.
And 10 words that she says are, "You committed a grave sin, killing this child, false priestess." And then that's all she says, and then that's the nightmare.
Okay.
Hot, there you go.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Okay.
Woo!
Okay. Does anybody want to do anything else before you guys go to bed and conduct a long rest? Kurtz, what about you? You were slaying dudes? You're just gonna do it till you pass out?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that until I pass out and then go and see if my order's ready.
Okay.
In the morning, but... Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you awaken in the morning, whatever order you guys wish to. So you receive word from one of your unseen servants that there were a couple messages that arrived for you guys. The officials in town kind of have known about your manor and that that's where you guys are staying. So you received a couple messages. The first one was from Ivan. He says, So this is morning of day 3. Sebastian has returned to town, and you can find him now. And then he also said, the War Council meeting is tonight after nightfall, and you are formally summoned to attend. And that will take place on the roof of his manor. And then there is another message, and it's for Kurtz. It's from your weapon vendor. So he sent word for Kurtz to come see him about the order he placed. And that's all it said now.
Yeah. I will... If I'm awake early enough, I will... Because I feel like I went to bed before everyone else. Just because I basically fought myself to exhaustion.
Okay.
I'll go run to him as soon as possible.
Okay, so you can leave the manor before the rest of the party does. What did you guys?
Rin will watch you leave, though. Rin only has to meditate for 4 hours, but he's not going to stop you. But he will take note of you leaving.
Okay. Okay, so we'll let Kurtz do his thing. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do when you woke up and Kurtz is gone? And no. Okay.
Let Kurtz do Kurtz.
Okay.
You said there were 3 messages?
No, there was 2.
There were 2 for everyone, and then 1 for me.
Yeah, it was from Ivan, saying Sebastian's in town, and then the War Council meeting is tonight. You have to come, and then
maybe they save money on scroll parchments, put like a 2-for-1 on there. But
BOGO. All right. Okay, keep that up. Give me a quick second here.
No one can me.
Oh, I thought we were doing Kurtz. I thought.
Yeah,
we're just waiting. We're waiting for the.
Yeah, hold on. All right. All right. So Kurtz, you make haste to the vendor, and as you approach, he sees you. And oh, just 1 second, and he goes and he pulls out a folded leather cloth, and as he kind of clears off the table, and he puts the cloth down, and he rolls it out, and he shows you that the blade is made, but he says he still needs to finish the handle, and the etching on the blade looks incredible, and you are completely blown away by the craftsmanship on the blade portion and the etching. But he says you should talk to Sebastian about acquiring the special stone you wanted, because he couldn't find what you were asking for. But he is known for handling rare gemstones, and if anyone could find them, it's him. Tell Sebastian to charge it to him, and it will be included in the price that he already quoted you. And then he says, as a side note, so he was been asking about this stone that you inquired about, and he heard that he doesn't know if this is true, but that if a head priestess blesses this type of stone, it can retain a slight empowerment. So it might be worth looking into.
I will thank him and tell him that I will fulfill the specifics of the order before the week's is out.
Okay.
What the hell are you planning?
Okay.
God. A horseman killer.
The plans within plans. In plans.
So yeah, he asked you what you think of it so far, though.
I will tell him it's brilliant, and I will thank him for the craftsmanship and service.
Okay. Yeah, so he said, yeah, get in contact with him, and as soon as possible, and he'll try to, he's trying to rush order this since you're paying for, to be frontline for this.
No, never mind.
What?
No.
What?
What? What you want, baby?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Do you guys want to keep going, or you want to end it here?
Oh, we can keep going.
It's up to you. I'm good to keep going, but if any of you want us to stop, we'll stop because we're at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I kind of need to end it.
Okay. All right.
End it at breakfast.
Perfect.
Sorry,
No, it's fine. That's fine. We're now at day 3, so that's good.
Wow.
Awesome.
How many more days till the Horseman comes? 2, 3,
4.
God. Yo, next session we need to finish everything up and then just wait.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll end the session there. Thank you everyone for sticking with us.
Thanks,
We'll open it up for Q&A. If anybody has any questions for any of us, it could be about their characters, about them as players, it could be about the channel, it could be for me, it could be about world lore, anything like that. We'd love to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Yeah, so we'll give you guys a few minutes for that. We can do a HotA points raffle too if you guys want.
Good. Yeah.
It's the first time I ever killed a child in a D&D session.
Okay.
Always remember your first.
I mean,
Keyleth can sympathize with you at least.
Let's give away 500 HotA points.
Good session, everybody. Lots of emotional moments.
Oh, apparently Kurtz and Ren have a Ren have a maybe Finley. I don't think so.
I mean, I think it's a misspell because the F and R are really close together, but we do have a Finn. So
yeah, I think it's more Ren and Kurtz.
Probably.
All right, so the raffle has been opened. So you do ! raffle, and then you can do space, and then 1 through 10. So it's only 1 point, 1 HotA point to enter, since it doesn't make sense to cost a lot of HotA points if we're giving away HotA points. But for 500 points, you guys can enter, and we'll leave that open for a few minutes while we wait for questions coming in.
Cool.
And if you guys are just tuning in, don't worry, we post this on our YouTube pretty quickly. After the stream ends, you're more than welcome to go watch it and leave comments, and we will do what we can. This was a very emotional session.
Yes, it was.
What does tsundere mean?
So tsundere is a Japanese relationship where one person is the meek sort of beta, and the other person, the tsundere, is the more stronger, emotionally and sort of abusive person in the relationship.
Oh, I didn't know I was so beta-y.
Alright, so there is
with your opinions.
still time for you guys to enter into the raffle. It's ! raffle space, the 1 through 10. We only have one person in there so far, so we'll have a couple more minutes. See if anyone wants to enter. The winner will win 500 HotA points. Okay, we got a second person in.
Cursed Village.
And
I'm not going to steal HotA points.
And well, you give in, but you want if you win. And we're waiting for if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns. This would be a good time for you guys to click the follow button. It'll notify you when we go live. We play Tuesdays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time for this campaign. AJ, you can plug your campaign real quick if you want.
Oh yeah, of course. If you want to join for the second campaign, we do it on Sundays at 6:30 PST time as well. And of course, is involving me as the Dungeon Master in another campaign in the world of Florin, and we have 3 players there. We had our guest, whichever direction Connor's face is in, who came in as Smokey for one episode, which was a lot of fun. But but come and check us out if you'd like. We'd be happy to have you join us. And of course, any time you spend watching there will accumulate HotA points to allow you to spend them here and in other particular benefits and rewards. So yeah, so it's worthwhile to watch.
Awesome. And
and
go ahead.
Don't forget, tomorrow is our 24-hour stream. All proceeds of what you guys donate will be going to Game Changers Charity. If you guys haven't checked them out, they're a really cool sort of group. They do a lot of work on Twitch. Essentially, all the proceeds that they do go to giving children in hospitals, terminally ill, everything like that, the ability to play video games while they're in hospital. So they do VR, they do all kinds of good stuff. I think they're partnered with Critical Role, but I might be mistaken, but they're a really big person on Twitch. So tomorrow we're going to be starting our 24-hour stream, and we're going to have all sorts of games and things going on. So check that out if you'd like.
I'm excited. I mean, Sean, you are a freaking champion for going balls.
It's going to be hard, man. I don't know if I can make it the full 24. I'm going to try. I'm going to try my absolute hardest.
Hey, Speaking of which, how just so we all know, how can we how do donations go? Would it go like through the PayPal?
Through the PayPal. Yep. So during normally the PayPal just goes towards our stream, but during the 24 hours once we start, any PayPal donations we get 100% will go towards the charity.
That's awesome. I'm excited. That's so cool. That's so cool.
A nice little bonus.
So come jump in with us and hang out. It'll be for a whole entire day. So like whatever your schedule is, we're gonna be playing.
Tell your friends, like, follow, subscribe.
All right, let's pick a winner.
Oh,
that guy.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let me look you up here. CAE.
Thanks for being here for a 3-week build-up to me murdering a child.
I so want to meta know if Tamaria's saved on that or not.
I don't know why you keep trying to beat Tabaria. You're not gonna beat Tabaria, but like.
Well, I mean,
all right, we gave up the points.
There's a chance.
This is more of just like saying, ooh.
Like, it's not gonna happen.
I mean, I tell you, maybe the next stream I should send to her should be literally the exact same one that we get from the Princess Bride, where she just walks out and just boo.
Like, don't worry, I already promised to kill her, so.
The only problem is that entire monologue is more than 10 words.
Alrighty, that'll conclude it for us, guys. Thank you so much for joining the HotA family. If you followed or subscribed, we will see you tomorrow for the 24 hours. But if you're not there, we'll see you next week. And wait, hold on. We had some say you might want to look into First Giving. It's a charity drive service that handles the money, so there's never any question about money handling or tax implication for you.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, so the donations that we come in, our company has to pay taxes on it, so we do pay taxes on it. But you'll be able to see while we're streaming. I'll try to make a bar for like the donations that come in, and so you guys will be able to see how much we raised for it. So I'm hoping we can get a good amount, but we're gonna give all of it to them. So yeah. Cool. This is our first time doing it, so
Thanks for the heads up, though. First Giving. That's something to look into.
Yeah. Maybe on our next 24 hour we'll do it for that one. Cool.
You guys should all DM Matthew Mercer and tell him to include us in one of his streams.
Oh, that'd be great.
Kids, man. Kids, man.
I mean, I think that guy's got a lot on his plate now with that sudden, like, oh, God.
He just made $3 million. He doesn't have shit on his plate.
I mean, he has to come up with now, like, so many more different things to give people.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Awesome.
Hopefully to us. Share the love. Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next week or tomorrow. Thanks for joining in. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Tune in tomorrow. Tune in next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.